Here we go.
All right, there we are. Good evening, everyone.
How's it going?
It
Oh,
is. It is
I'm waiting for it
going.
to show up. Oh, okay, there.
Waiting
There
for
you
what?
are.
Waiting for what to show up?
I was just waiting
See
for
how
you to
much
show
lag
up.
there was. How
Yeah.
how's the audio balance on me and Corey? Because for some reason Corey is a little louder in my ears than he had been. I had to bring him way down. I might actually need to bring him down on my headphones a little bit.
I guess we'll see.
Just from my speaker output.
I mean,
Let us know if the audio balance is good. It just seems like
yeah.
something changed. Sounds good. Yes, dog.
Sandy's a little low.
There's dog. Sandy,
Getting low.
do you need your bark volume raised?
Ah. All right. We are equal.
Well, okay. Well,
Sounds
then
good.
there you go.
Oh. Gotta,
So we got two super chats that we already need to get caught up on.
there was $5 earlier, about 10 minutes ago, for Love of the Game, saying this game looks much better than Mischief Makers. I can definitely give it that. I'd agree with you. And there was also $20.
Wow! Thank you.
From Xeno's Paradox. Thank you. Saying this is one of my favorite PS3 games. Also, I'm in the process of showing my wife Analog Frontiers. She is enjoying it a lot, even though she is not much of a classic gamer. Thanks for all the hard work that you both do.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, I always love hearing that because that's very much the kind of audience that I wanted Analog Frontiers to be accessible to. I wanted it to be something that people who maybe don't fully understand classic gaming or have been away from classic gaming for a long time, like it's an easy sort of entry point so they can kind of understand what is all this about and kind of like almost blow their minds of, wow, I had no idea that it had blown up to what it is.
Exactly. And I mean, as we like to put it before when you were writing, as you like to think of the Amazon Prime audience.
Yeah. Someone who's like going to be, browsing Amazon Prime and is like, oh, hey, video games. I'm interested in video games. And then they're just like, they were not ready for how deep retro gaming has gone.
That's true. There's also $2 from Shadow Mask. Saying nothing beats a cozy MLiG stream, that cozy MLiG stream feeling. Well, thank you.
Well, speaking of cozy, before we get to playing anything, I wanted to you know that I don't spend as much time on this as Corey and Classic Gaming Quarterly Chris do.
We've not done our most recent issues yet,
but I do want to. Now I'm small over here. There's a reason for this, but I'm going to open my next magazine from the Video Game History Foundation. So
yeah, I still don't even know what I got because I wait to open it on stream too.
Yeah, well, we're going to be surprised. It doesn't feel like extraordinarily thick or anything, so hopefully we'll be able to thumb through it relatively quickly. Now
there's $5 from Chris Fratz.
Well, thank you.
Saying I just wanted to say it's an honor to have contributed to Analog Frontiers in some way. Seeing my name in the special thanks truly feels like an honor.
Well, I do have to thank you because it was relatively late in editing that I decided. I saw the post that you made on the widescreen emulator for Genesis.
Right.
And I already had like 2 widescreen BSNES shots in there. And I thought, well, that seems maybe a little redundant. So I thought, oh, well, I'll add a widescreen Genesis shot in there just for balance. And also you mentioned in that post on Retro RGB about the Sonic decompilations and how that kind of related to that project in some ways. So that also sparked in my head. I'm like, oh gosh, you know, I really should include like a quick mention of decompilations in here, just because that's a new avenue for preserving games and, you know, in another way outside of emulation. So I mean, I just thought it was really interesting, and I thought, well, you know, these are things that I didn't think to add, and maybe I should. So
there's also $5 from Mega X6. Thank you.
Thank you.
And got the notification when I got home, and I knew how I was spending my evening.
Well, we're going to get started with your evening with let's seeing what's inside this magazine.
Remember, you can't look.
Yeah, I gotta look away. I'm looking away. All right. I could look at the stream. I'm looking at the stream right now, but now I'm looking up, so I can't actually see the stream. Do you know if this is going to be facing upwards? It feels like it's facing upwards.
It should be, yes.
Yeah, it feels like it's facing upwards. Is it bottom come out? Is the bottom come out first? Is that how it works?
It's just happening right now. Hang on. Now the bottom has come out.
I'm going slow.
It looks like it's going to be something you're going to like. It definitely is looking like something you're going to like.
Okay.
I don't know what it could be though.
You don't know what magazine?
I recognize those legs and stomach and
legs and stomach.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna look. Oh, Mario 64 in our fall preview.
Heck yeah.
From Gameplay. Wait, is this isn't the same Game Players as the Game Players game?
It is.
It is? They were making magazines that long?
Oh yeah, I mean it looks like it was in that period before they became Ultra Game Players.
Oh man.
So yeah, actually, I mean I've never seen any issues with just that logo.
Oh wait, I was gonna say that there's a screenshot from Mario 64 that's not in the game, but that looks like it's a Sonic game. And then there's Crash Bandicoot over here. So that's interesting.
There was $5 from Daniel Baruso Perez. Thank you. Saying, I would like to see the government take a hand in the preservation of video games. Perhaps the induction of video games into the Library of Congress. Like, that is true. I didn't realize that they were actually not in the Library of Congress. I don't know why I would have thought that they would be. It seems like they would be important enough to do that.
Olympic Summer Games exclusive. A little somewhat timely, I guess.
That's cool though. I mean, you've gotten two appropriate issues so far.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. And you know what? This pose of Mario here, this render of Mario,
it's an almost Christ-like pose.
It's kind of unfamiliar to me. I can't think of where else have I seen that pose anywhere else? Like I can't think of that pose being in like the instruction manual or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it before either.
And look, Saturn's internet hookup becomes a reality on page 55.
Yeah. There's $2 from Chris Ratz, who said, hey, look at that. It's Red Luigi.
It is indeed. Here's something about Pepsi World. Does this have something to do with Pepsi Man?
No, it's probably, I wouldn't.
It's some sort of PlayStation advertisement.
Oh, maybe. I mean, Pepsi World, huh?
Yeah, this is Pepsi. Just go to Pepsi.com. I'm sure if you go to Pepsi.com right now, you'll still find something about this promotion.
Glendon, I'm working on the Mr. Video right now. I'm working on like 2 videos simultaneously, and also maybe kind of like a third.
We should probably focus and get one of those done.
Oh, I'm focused on one currently. but there's 3 videos that are in various states of construction right now. But yes, I mean, I've been focusing the last 3 days on one specific video. So Toshinden 2.
Yeah.
There's $2 from Daniel Baruso Perez again. Thank you. It says, saying, it seems that they are, but I would like to see more. Okay, so there are some in the Library of Congress currently.
Oh no, is it doing this crazy focus thing where it just like can't focus anymore?
Are you using your GH4?
No, it's the NDI.
Oh, your phone. That's right.
Sometimes this thing happens where it just like you have to like close the app because it just like does not want to focus anymore.
There should be like a turn off autofocus, right?
There are very limited options in here.
There's $5 Canadian from Vibe Mecha, who said, if you absolutely had to, which would you rather play, Mortal Kombat Gold or Street Fighter 2 EX Plus? I'd say Street Fighter 2 EX Plus because of the old Skullomania.
I do not see.
But I don't think that you choose either one.
Okay, yeah. Oh wait, dang it! It's doing it again.
Okay, it stopped doing it. It seems
no,
like
it did
it's okay.
stop doing it, but then it started again. So
All right.
I'm going to bring it up one more time, and I'm not going to touch the zoom because I think that's what caused it to try and do that. Okay, we're back. Sega's internet intervention. Sega prefers new gaming lane for the information highway.
It's the net link.
It may not have an. Oh, it is Netlink.
Mike 718. You just like do a search for NDI OBS, and it'll be the only one on there.
I feel like this texture on this enemy here possibly looks lower resolution than the final game, or maybe it's just kind of a messy screenshot.
I don't know. So how do you think of that thing? Why do you think that thing is so happy? I mean, how do you think it...
He's not really happy. I mean, he's like
how does
angry.
How does it like... Oh, okay.
I mean, he's just... he's just pounding up and down in a pyramid for his entire life, so...
Even...
Here's an interview with...
Probably lives his entire life going up and down in a pyramid like that with nothing to crush until Mario comes along and has one chance to do something.
There's an interview with Bill Gates pre Xbox saying, "Will PCs outshine your favorite consoles?" According to Bill Gates, the answer is an unequivocal yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's not surprising at all.
Ooh, we now hear the Virtual Boy may have a link cable in development and ready for release. What month exactly is this? August '96.
So it's like 2 months, or wait, did the N64 come out like September '96?
This is kind of a weird picture of the system, though. I mean, aside from this, cartridge you have in here, the 64 on this jewel is red. It's actually the Nintendo itself. See, I'm looking at my system right now. The Nintendo on the real thing, the Nintendo is gray and the 64 is red, but here the Nintendo is white.
Weird. I mean, is it a photograph? Because I mean, it almost looks like an Evan Amos photo. Because it has that just like a nondescript
angle. Yeah, he used to have a photo of an N64. I don't think that's his official N64 photo anymore. That has like a cartridge in it. Oh look, here's an ad for Shining Wisdom. I'm not sure if
look
that's...
at the little text there. Yeah, you remember how I told you last time to look at the...
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's the artwork that's on the American box art.
It is.
Oh, okay.
I'm
it is
pretty sure
because it's on the. I just got the Japanese version not that long ago.
Yeah.
So let's see. What's the hidden working designs text down here? Looks like that other game, but we have a monkey, a really bad monkey.
You talk about Zelda, you think? Obviously.
I guess. I mean, if you wait till Majora's Mask, I mean, there's a bad monkey in that. Web stuff.
There's $5 from Rears to Blood. Thank you. Saying there needs to be a greater effort on box art. It's so hard to find quality scans even up to the current generation. Good luck finding a cover spine, or back cover. Interesting. I mean, there was a... Didn't there used to be like a resource for that kind of thing? Was it like the cover?
Oh, coverproject.net. It's still up. I mean, I don't know how extensive it is, but I mean, it seems relatively extensive.
Yeah.
Look at all these old school Netscape Navigator screenshots. I guess these are these the magazine's webpage.
Oh, yeah.
And you can go to the live chat. Care to jump in on a live chat about today's hottest video game topics? Take a trip to NG Online's Palace, a place where many of today's most knowledgeable gamers are talking about their favorite subject. Taking advantage of this feature will require downloading some special software, but it's worth the effort.
We got 5 Brazilian reals from Patricia Rodriguez.
Thank you.
Saying my husband and I are watching from Brazil.
Well, howdy, Brazil. Thank you. We're glad to have you here. What are these Japanese previews? We got Tobal number 1, Kingsfield 3, Toriko
Vandal
for
Heart.
Saturn. I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah.
Vandal Hearts, Dark
Full
Sage.
balls. 2 balls number 1.
when I I was looking for when I was doing, it might have been the PS1 episode. I was looking for a game that had 480i gameplay, because I didn't have any that had 480i gameplay, and so I was calling some of my local game stores to see if they had one, and I. So he Googled and looked up a list, and he's like, "Oh, we have Tobal, the first one."
Paul Sutton says Trico was brought over as Lunacy.
Huh?
Okay, I have not played. Toriko was brought over as Lunacy.
Look at this! Look at this Wild Arms here. It says the polygonal character designs of your party and enemies alike is sure to make for some dramatic battle scenes. It's like,
But I mean, when people have criticism of that game, it's always the battle scenes look bad compared to the other.
I mean, I think they are charming in their own way, but they are
absolutely.
They're kind of bad. I'll admit.
But it's kind of cool, just like the way it gives you a different. It made you feel like you're playing like a next generation RPG.
Yeah.
There's 10 pounds from Rivth. RVTH.
Rivth. Thank you, Rivth.
Thank you. Saying, hey guys, discover yous last week, and I want to thank you for all that you've produced over the years. Received my OSSC today based on your recommendation, and looking forward to some fun times ahead.
There are fun times ahead, believe me.
That's for sure.
So
that is for sure. Thank you.
This is their second annual E3 coverage.
Wow. So I mean, that's pretty.
Everyone got their first
early in
look.
E3's lifetime.
Yeah, everyone got their first stateside look at the N64 and its games the day before the E3 show at Nintendo's press conference. When Mario 64 lit up the big screen, jaws dropped. I mean, they've got they got photos of this actual stage here. I mean, it's interesting. We got
Robert Lawrence is saying the original Wild Arms story is better in my opinion. I guess compared to which one, I don't know which one you're comparing it to, but I will say that the first Wild Arms is definitely the best that I played.
You've only played 2 of them.
I know, but I still think that it's not possible for the other ones to be as good.
Overall game of the show, Super Mario 64.
As if there was any doubt.
As if there was any doubt. Indeed.
What is that game?
What game?
Right there. So I see the word toilet.
It's just some advertisement
for Namco. Namco Museum.
You know, 90s magazine ads. It was a time. learn to play bass. Look at this kid's.
Learn to play bait. Oh, that's funny. It's like a bass. Like,
look at this kid's face. Like, it looks like photoshopped in some way. Like, it looks unnaturally like V-shaped in his like expression. Like his mouth is just making this like how is he making his mouth with like such a strong V shape with his smile?
I don't know. I mean,
it's crazy. Oh,
I don't know. It's probably easy to do when you have a base like that. Oh, your hand is all.
Huh?
Your hand is looking like. Oh, there it goes. It's better. It was just like there was some weird like compression on your hand. It was kind of funny.
This is crazy because I mean of how close to release this is. These Pilotwing screenshots are, some of them are very different from the final game. Like,
it's important to realize that this magazine was, was made 3 months before the month that it came out.
Right.
But still, that is pretty early, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty late in the game to make some changes like that.
Yeah, I mean, like this is probably Holiday Island. It looks like it's got this like almost like a fall sort of colors to it, and the color scheme is completely different in the final game. This over here, like these buildings, I'm almost positive there's no buildings that look like that in the final game.
Why is there somebody at the front door? Oh.
Turok Dinosaur Hunter. I've not played the game, but those are some awkward looking enemy models. I've not.
The praying mantis,
and it's myself, but these look like very early concepts.
Yeah, it's just like the skeleton. Because I don't think Turok. I mean, Turok wasn't.
It was
like it came out probably in the first year, but it was not like a launch game, was it?
It wasn't a launch game, but I think it was 96. These GoldenEye screenshots look pretty close to the final thing. It's really interesting how Body Harvest was shown in a lot of early N64 previews. But I want to say it didn't come out until possibly 98, but it might have been 97. Oh, and look here. I'll never forgive Nintendo for taking Kamek out of Mario Kart. And I remember this, in the early Mario Kart screenshots.
So you were excited for that?
Oh, I was super excited for that. Kamek was like possibly my favorite character. Like,
really?
I don't know. Like, I really was. I dressed up like the last time I've ever dressed up for Halloween. I dressed up as Kamek.
I mean, so has Kamek ever been in Mario Kart?
I don't think he has yet, but I'll forgive them somewhat because now like all 7 Koopalings are in Mario Kart 8. So that's something I never would have dreamed of. But here we are. Oh boy, here's Kirby's Air Ride. That is, which never ended up shipping on N64, but
Yeah.
it's a, there are some people who absolutely love that game, and I think you had to have the right group of friends at the right time to really get into it. But if you don't have that and you're playing it by yourself, it is a horrible game.
I wonder if that is something that will ever leak, that version of it.
I don't know. That would be interesting. I feel like that was the game that kind of did Sakurai in. Like he just, even though he's like mostly worked with Nintendo since then, like I feel like that was what made him go independent.
Really?
Well, here's Crash Bandicoot, PlayStation game of the show. Jumping Flash 2. You know, I'm kind of, I kind of want to check out these games a little bit more. Like, I played a little Jumping Flash 1 not that long ago, and I'm like, I could be kind of into this.
I have I have the one that I got, the Japanese version of 3.
There's
and
a
it
third
comes
one?
with a disc that has like 1 and 2 on it.
Really?
Yeah, it's called like Rabbit Mandu. Let me grab it real quick.
Did the third one come out here?
Yeah.
Really? Well, that sounds like what I should get.
Is it this one? Yeah.
Oh, here's Contra Legacy of War. Taking everything that was great about the original Contra games and elevating them to a 32-bit level.
I got all 3 of them when we were in Japan, though. So the third one is Rabbit Mandu.
Huh.
And I got the second one, and the second one came with the first one.
Oh, man.
2 discs.
Here we go.
And look at this, it even came with a sticker. Look at that.
Huh. Bubsy 3D. Offering full freedom of movement, Bubsy 3D really is like a wide open playground. With massive attention given to creating fluid animation sequences, Bubsy often has the effect of a quality cartoon. One of the very few games to be produced in high-res mode, Bubsy's world is extremely well detailed. Got that 480i action. Sega Saturn price drop.
There's $5 from Dominic Rinaldi, who said, I just have 5 words.
Those are indeed 5 words. You've stated a true fact.
Thank you.
Saturn game of the show, Knights.
That's not surprising. Ooh, I see that close-up of that Lay from just like it was the guy from Virtua Fighter.
These are not good screenshots of Knights, though, sadly. And here's an advertisement for Shine Wisdom on Saturn.
Another one?
Well, just an ad that has has a box of it. Virtua Fighter Kids. 3 Dirty Dwarves. No pictures of 3 Dirty Dwarves though. They couldn't publish the 3 Dirty Dwarves. Mr. Bones.
Bones. Look at the bones.
Bug 2. You know, I thought Bug 2 looked kind of good from the. You see Sandy over my shoulder now. She stole my seat.
There's $2 from Daniel Baruso Perez once again. Thank you. Saying them's fighting words. Kirby Air Ride is awesome.
I'm sorry. I know that there's people that just love it, and it's just I over several years attempted to unlock enough of the challenges to unlock the credits on Air Ride mode so that I could consider it beaten. And I had no fun. The people who really love it, though, they're all about City Ride mode. But City Ride mode's no fun if you don't play it with friends. And my friends played Kirby Air Ride for a few minutes, and they're like, "No, we're not doing this." Doggy's name is Sandy. Look, Genesis games. Yes, 1996 may well be the year that the next generation of video games takes its hold on the marketplace, but there are also over 18 million Genesis owners still out there.
Heck yeah.
So Vector Man 2.
Like Vector Man 2.
Yep.
Dude in Georgia, dude in GA, I assume it's Georgia, sold my sealed copy of Kirby Air Ride for like $165.
Wow. Here's a Baku Baku Animal. I feel like I've... Did you stream this game at some point or something? I feel like I've seen this in action. Maybe it was John. Maybe John did it.
It's a puzzle game, looks like.
Wasn't this Mohawk Man and like wasn't he in a GameSack video at some point?
Oh, headphone, Hawk and headphone jack. Yeah, that's one of those games I feel like I've never seen that game in person. I thought it never came out for the longest time. The game hasn't happened yet. We're just what did I see? Hang on. What did I see yesterday about Golden Axe the Duel?
Yeah.
I saw like a misprint of it someplace. I don't know what I was looking at, but it's like it was misprinted as Golden Axe the Dull. And I'm like, that's about right. It was in a print. It was in a magazine. It was like Golden Axe the DULL. Adam Smith, there's definitely new room tours coming. Definitely.
Guardian Heroes. Codes, I guess. 98
And I moved at the beginning of last year. Code Breakers.
Ooh, win the ultimate gaming rig.
I mean, we've talked.
Oh, yeah.
Chris and I have talked a lot about that.
Yeah, that was like a big scam.
Yep.
You
I don't
also
think
can
anybody
get a
ever won
Virtual Boy with the ultimate gaming rig. Game Shark codes.
No, I don't think anybody won that rig.
Oh, Tetris Attack ad.
What? It's
A Tetris Attack
attack?
ad.
Oh, Tetris Attack.
So look, you can on your controller you can click Coca-Cola for life support.
Oh man,
That's cool.
it's gigantic. Just imagine how often you'd be bumping that, and it would just be dropping you a Coca-Cola.
Yeah. That's
constantly.
It's cool to have a Mario 64 cover game players. I appreciate that.
I've never seen that magazine in person, so I mean I've never seen like game players. That's just like in that time before they became ultra game players. I'm guessing at least.
What you doing? You stealing my seat? So now I'm going to move this microphone out of the way. And turn it down. And ask Sandy to, can I sit there?
That's a lot of amiibos.
I want to sit there. That's my seat.
Or like seeing first person view right here. So
Sandy.
is it true? Like someone was saying that this game's kind of expensive now.
I think that I think that is true. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, I remember I got it when it was really cheap,
Oops,
and then
I can't.
I've yet to play it.
Wait, what? So what did you say?
I got it when it was really cheap.
Oh, really? I mean,
And Zane's dad said he just paid for $100 for it sealed.
so
Red Wolfie got it for $30 a year ago.
well, maybe it's not that expensive, but it's a little expensive for a PS3 game because PS3 games tend to be pretty cheap.
It's going to be interesting to see what goes up in price.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, this is a disc-only game, and you know, it surprises me how many people don't seem to know about it because it would appeared in some episode. I want to say it might have been the it might have been the 4K TVs episode. I forget exactly, but you know, that was a very common, you know, what game. You know, that people were asking about, and it kind of surprised me because like I thought it was a very well-known game. I mean, I was actively anticipating it. I bought it day one, and I mean, you know, you see a game, especially in 2009, you know, when retro throwbacks were not very common. You know, you see a game that looks gorgeous, especially for its time, and you know, it just seems like a no-brainer. Who wouldn't buy that? Right?
Yeah.
But you also have to keep in mind, like, there was still at that time, like, this big percent, you know, it's a PS, wait, does it? Oh, it does have, I thought it was a old logo game, but it's not. It's
an early new logo.
Must be a pretty early new logo game because it was really only about that time when Sony kind of rebranded and released the Slim that, they started regaining a lot of ground because it's easy to forget today. Like, you know, everyone's panicking about the PS3 store going down. It's easy to forget like the first 3 years of the PS3's life, like it was this big joke, like, whoa, put up PS3, no games, which was, you know, not true. But I feel like it really took like Uncharted 2 and some other things to like really start turning the perception around. But like, you know, it's easy to forget like Sony really turned the system around because it had a rough first 3 years.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Rocket. It's not Rocket, it's Missile. I wanted to tell a story about this. And I also wanted to do an experiment while we're at it. So I actually have all of my game music CDs ripped to my PS3, which might sound crazy, but I really like it as a music player. I really like the visualizers and things like that. I've got on here, system information. I've got 35 gigs free. And I, you know, when the news about, you know, not confirmed news, but, you know, as good a time as any to be, you know, thinking about your long-term plans for your PlayStation 3, right? You know, I did some panic buying of a few games before the prices went up anymore. Like, for example, the European physical copy of Siren Blood Curse. You know, that's digital only in the US. And, you know, that's already a little expensive.
It's like $65 or something.
Yeah. So that was, otherwise I bought a handful of cheap things just because it's like, I kind of want to be done with PS3 soon, you know? Like I want to have my system. I want to have the games I want to have. I want to have them installed on my system. I just want to be done with it, you know? Mm-hmm. You know, so I don't have to worry about it in the future. So I just want to get the last several games I want and stuff like that. But 35 gigs, I don't know if that's going to be enough. I have an SSD in here. And I'm going to do like some backups, like just in case something happens, you know.
The backups take forever, man. I was like, I had a 500 gig hard drive in mine, and I decided to get a 1 terabyte drive last week. After all this information, you know, like the possibility of the store closing down. So I wanted to like update everything and make sure I had everything downloaded. And then I started going through and like installing all of my games
Hmm.
because, if you patch something and you do an install, like a lot of games, you can't delete that install separately.
Mm.
Like the patch and the install like are in one big file. So if you were to delete one of those installs to make room for something, like you might lose that patch
Interesting.
or something.
So
So I end up getting a 1 terabyte SSD for mine, even though like the PS3 can't take advantage of the SSD speeds.
it kind
But for me,
of
it's more about like less heat dissipation and just like no moving parts.
right. I mean, of course, SSDs do have somewhat of a limited lifespan, but I think it's mostly tied to reads and writes. And it's not like we're using our PS3s a whole lot these days. I think it'll last reasonably long, and as long as you have like a backup on like a good mechanical drive, and maybe put a backup of that backup in the cloud or something like that, I think hopefully you can be relatively
I
safe.
tried to do a backup of like for like almost as much space as you have left,
Hmm.
and it was saying it was going to take 31 hours.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. But anyway, it actually does help in the system menu. Like just browsing through my CDs here. Like, look, I've got this huge list of ripped CDs, and it loads them. Look how quickly it loads the thumbnails when I stop. I don't have artwork on nearly as many of these as I should, but it actually loads them a lot faster. Same thing if you're going down like your digital games list, like here at my PS3 downloads. Like if you have a mechanical drive in your system, these icons take way longer to load when you're scrolling down the list. So it does actually help quite a bit. But anyway, I wanted to do an experiment because, as you can see, I've got Missile, who is not a character from 3D Game Heroes, as the album art for 3D Game Heroes. And there's a reason for this. And it's because I believe I had a Ghost Trick theme on my backloggery at the time, and with a picture of Missile with a transparent ping background. And I thought I was going like put album art on all of my CDs, and as you can see, that I was not overly successful at that. But I wanted to see, do transparent pings work effectively as label art? And as you can see here, for some reason, there's like this weird pinkish background, glitchy looking background behind Missile. I'm pretty sure at one point that worked. And I looked, I actually have, in this folder, I still have the source image for it. And you can see it's transparent. So I want to see if I reapply it, are they going to become transparent now? Real time. See, look, that above Missile there's like a slime and Teddy animated GIFs. And I wanted to see, could you have an animated GIF as an album cover? Just to see. It does not work. Aha, look. I wonder if like a firmware update or something like broke the transparency that was applied on this album. But the reason it's Missile is because I was just experimenting to see if transparent pings worked for album covers, and 3D Game Heroes is alphabetically the first album, so that's why Missile is my 3D Game Heroes album cover art. And considering I haven't even gone through and updated all of these, it's just like, why not? Why not just keep it this way? Why not?
Yep.
Why not?
There was a $2 from Daniel Bruso Perez once again. Thank you. Saying, any of you guys remember PS3 Home? It was cool.
A little bit. I mean, I probably logged into it like once or twice.
I mean, yeah, it's the same thing with me. Like I just logged into it a couple times to just check it out. But as I was going through and I was gonna. so I was going to back up my hard drive and transfer it that way. But then when I saw 31 hours, I thought like it's going to be almost quicker, just to probably more efficient for me just to like go through my entire download list and download everything. So I did that, and I'm glad that I did, because there's like a lot of stuff that it's just kind of good to have. Like if you remember, like a long time ago, Sony had like this digital magazine called Core, Qore,
Sounds a little familiar.
and apparently I had downloaded one of them, and I could still download it. So I'm like, I mean, that might be handy to have at some point in the future. I didn't have that before.
So,
like I went through and I just felt like it was better to do it that way. But I mean, I was reminded of all the different home stuff from doing that.
So sort of a fun thing. Before the stream, I went to see like, could I find some characters that people have made to download? This kind of ties into like your whole save preservation concept. Like, I remember there used to be websites and links where you could like download characters, and I had a very hard time finding anything out there. And that's like a major feature of this game, like custom characters and stuff. Mm-hmm. And there's no like online, there never was an online sharing system for it. You From Software or Atlas, I guess, actually had a website where they had like characters that people submitted. But I mean, let's be honest, people want to play as like Final Fantasy VI characters and stuff, right? You don't want to play as these like generic characters that Atlas is going to accept and put on their website. So I found an old GameSpy post that had like some Link sprites, and I found a post on GameFAQs that was linking to a Japanese download site where you could download a bunch of characters, but obviously it was in Japanese. So I just by going by Google Translate, I looked for characters that sounded like something I would want, but I couldn't see what they looked like. You'd see in the thumbnail for this stream, I had the hero from Dragon Quest III on that. So that was, I was able to download to confirm that at least looked good. But here's the funny thing: the thumb drive that I usually use to ferry stuff to and from my PS3, I load up those characters on it, and then I discovered I've actually already got like a bunch of characters that I had downloaded back when I was originally playing this game. And it has like when I played this game on my original PS3, which died. And when Sony, sent me a refurb, I lost all my saves that I had up to that point because I didn't have PlayStation Plus. My save for this game was on there too.
Oh, and it's not a locked save.
No, my save for this game, Valkyria Chronicles, and
something you didn't even know,
and Resonance and Resonance of Fate were on that thumb drive. No, I didn't even know they were there. So obviously I hadn't done an extensive backup, but at least I had my stuff from this game, Resonance of Fate, and Valkyria Chronicles. It's a clear file for Valkyria Chronicles. I loaded up my save in this, and I was playing as Solid Snake. So anyway,
there was $5 from EB Chill 2, who said one PS3 recommendation for me is one that John Lemon recommended to me on a chat. EX Troopers. It's a really cool game, and it's not that expensive yet. And I just ordered that, actually. I ordered that a couple days ago based on like another recommendation. It's like one of those, I guess it came out on the 3DS. There's a 3DS version. But the thing that got me interested in it was apparently it uses the engine, at least part of the engine, or like a portion of the engine that was going to be used for like Mega Man Legends 3, apparently.
Interesting.
I mean, it's like it uses what was left of the Rockman Dash 3 engine.
Interesting. So here, I've got like this Bowser here, and downward are the things that I found on that I already had on that thumb drive from back in the day. So, I've got Bowser, a Pikachu, Terra, Jill, Frog, a Slime, Jason from Blaster Master, Snake, Kane from Final Fantasy IV, all 4 Ninja Turtles. This backlog, I believe, is the only character I made myself.
Could be Jason. Play as Jason from Blaster Master.
And then there's a Lindis, which I wonder if Lynn may have made that one herself, or maybe that was one that we downloaded. Now then, these links, these green, red, and blue links, I downloaded from that GameSpy. And now this Japanese site, here's a Kirby, and for whatever reason, all of these others just have this generic character for some reason. But it sounded like there were a lot of cool. I've downloaded a ton. And they sound like there were some cool ones. So I mean, I don't know if we should just load up a random one and see what we get. I wonder if, like, when the game launched in Japan, it didn't have. Here's Mario. I can read that. Mario, Zeruda. There's another Mario. Chibi Luigi.
Aaron Wells says, "I promise,
Kema.
guys, there will be video games played. There will be a video game played tonight."
So I'll try Jason from Blaster Master. We'll see if that's good.
I was gonna say you should play as Jason.
I mean, I think you can, like. That looks pretty good.
Yeah. So, in addition to EX Troopers, what I assume will probably be like the last PS3 game I bought Ridge Racer 7.
Ah. I'll skip the cutscene.
You know what I was thinking about? Oh, my lights just went down. Let me turn it back up a little bit. So the backgrounds in this, I wonder how much the look of the backgrounds and just like the style, like that really like crazy depth of field and like all that like light bloom and everything. I have to wonder if it had any influence on
Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's so similar.
Like
if they saw that and they thought like, oh, that's kind of a good way to represent, pixel graphics.
I know. Like this was
3D.
Like, I think Minecraft may have been in beta by the time this game came out, but Minecraft was not really a thing yet, And I mean, this game just had a wholly unique look at the time it came out. And, being a PS3 I believe disc exclusive,
I mean, there's a lot of disc exclusives on this
yeah,
system.
but I mean, there's, it is a true exclusive to the system though. It's a game that I feel like if they did, a remaster of this on, Switch or something, like I feel like it would sell extremely well. Or it's just a sequel. Like, From Software was, I'm not sure if they were directly the developer of this. There was another studio involved, but, From Software is a much bigger deal today than they were at this time. And I feel like a remake or a sequel of to this game would sell so well.
Yeah.
I had not played it since I beat it. And then when I record footage for some episode, a couple of years ago, I was just like, man, this is even more fun than I remembered. So I just, since PlayStation 3.
Really you get that huge sword.
I know. That's like the True Heroes Dream in 3D. I mean, it's just, I thought it'd be a fun thing to play tonight with PS3 kind of being on everyone's mind this week. You know, I put in all of my discs and patch them all, and then I think I'm going to go back and install data from the ones that aren't installed. But I think a pretty good number have install data taken care of.
Yeah.
So
that install is like 2 to 4 gigs
on average. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean that's what I found to be the case. But I mean, you get Metal Gear Solid 4. If you install all of it, it's 8 gigs. JDC is asking any must-haves you'd recommend we grab in the PS3 store exclusives or some rare expensive PS1 and PS2 classics. And that's one of the videos that I'm currently working on, that we're both kind of working on, because as soon as the rumor was going around that the PS3 and PSP and Vita stores were going to close down sometime soon, we got so many tweets from people saying, "Oh, you should do another video like the Wii eShop or the Wii Shop channel video." So, that's definitely going to happen. I've already reached out to several guests to be included in there as well. I think it's going to be fun.
I mean, I remember when this first came out. I mean, the depth of field and everything it made this look real,
Yeah.
It looked so real at the time this came out.
Just the depth of field?
Yeah, I mean, it really felt like this was like a photograph of like a diorama of some kind,
Yeah. Someone just saying, who was it? Someone just asking, CRDRC was asking, CRDRC is me was asking, any opinions on the RetroTink 5X yet? And not yet, but I mean, hopefully soon.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited about it.
Yeah. I'm really excited to check it out. It looks so real. It's too real to be real.
Too real to be real. Really, I think this game, even though from a gameplay perspective, it's very much Zelda inspired, like it's really parodying like Dragon Quest more than Zelda, I think.
Even like the basic characters look very Dragon Quest-esque.
Right. Especially like how they these soldiers are like doing their constant like feet movement and stuff. And, you've got the king in the castle. It's much closer like thematically, I think, to like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy.
Chris Fretz is saying, I wish the outside in this game looked more bright and vibrant. I mean, it gets more and more bright.
I mean,
as you go on, doesn't it?
When you were
in the past, it
was like a flashback. It was very dull looking, but I don't know. These trees are a very saturated color.
Yeah. See, Show agrees with you. Says, I bet this would do so well on the Switch.
Oh yeah,
it's true. I mean, Mr. Walrus FPGA says it's the Legend of Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
before Minecraft was really a thing.
Does anybody have someone should be getting in touch with somebody at Atlas and being like, "Are you guys crazy? You could be making a killing with this, probably."
Oh yeah, this would do crazy good on Switch.
Make like a level editor.
Yeah.
In this, it would probably do.
Online
crazy.
Sharing of characters and stuff. I mean, oh man, this would do so well on Switch.
Mike718 is saying with a $4.99 donation. Thank you. Saying you think a PS Store video would touch on the best way to install, patch, and prepare the hard drive for disc-based games, and totally, yeah. I mean, I have all that stuff in the outline for the script. So it's gonna, it's not just gonna talk about games to play, but it's gonna a big thing is oh, here's the games you should definitely make sure to patch and update. Things like Metal Gear Solid 4. Make sure you update that because it added trophies and it added the ability to install all the entire game at once. And also, like, I'm going to talk about, like, we want to talk about, like, DLC, like, stuff that, you know, it's, like, worth, like, DLC worth getting.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, as much stuff came out on the Wii Shop channel, the PlayStation Store was so much, like, had so much more stuff going on, and it was like so much more important to games overall, I think, than the shop channel, because the shop channel, like, barely ever had patches or anything like that for games, only if there was some game breaking bug.
And, you know, we don't know if the store goes down and you can't buy games. We don't know if you won't be able to re-download yet. And we don't know if you won't be able to patch, because the store, you don't directly connect to the store itself for the patches. But I mean, there's just so much we don't know, and it's just like, you know, PS3 is pretty old at this point. Like, you need to be thinking about just getting your PS3 situation settled for the long haul, you know?
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm looking to do, is I'm just gonna update everything and get everything so, like, set that I don't have to really think about it, unless my system dies, which, I mean,
I read that thesis you published on saved data. Very interesting.
There's $5 from Joshua Helmicke. Thank you. Saying, for shame mark, computer graphics do not look real. They will never look real. It is not allowed. For shame.
No, they are too real to be real.
Yeah, they're more real.
Yeah.
Than
I mean,
reality.
look at the how you know, this sparkly bright water is, like, making these, like, little lens flares that you can see in front of, like, the trees.
Yeah.
Like, this game just looks so cool for its time. It still looks good. Like, you know, the shadow quality doesn't hold up as well. Okay, so sort of, you know, instead of a one of the big gameplay hooks of this game is that instead of, like, the laser sword that you have when you have full health, you've got a, like, stupidly gigantic sword, and it's amazing. And, like, the size of it increases over the course of the game. And it's really nice that, like, you know, unlike Zelda 1, like, once it's out, it's just in a direction, you, like, can actually swing it.
You got full health, or you just happy to see me? Yeah, I think it's funny because it looks like he's shooting the sword.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's like a little blast around his gun, so it is like a giant laser.
But I mean, there's a lot of other stuff that we're gonna talk about in the PS3 video, and I don't think that's gonna be like the next video. I mean, it might be, but I mean, they haven't announced, like, if it's gonna happen. I mean, the rumor was that they were gonna announce it on Friday, and it never happened. Right. So what I think is gonna happen, I think what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna just, like, work on it over time, and if we finish it, we're just gonna, like, hold on to it until it inevitably happens.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I would go ahead and release the video regardless, because, like, I wrote in the script, like, you know, a clarification that, like, we don't know this yet, but, like, you may as well be thinking about this stuff now. I mean, I think it's better to do the video with, you know, plenty of time, because it's, you know, it's not like, you know, Sony's not going to do more sales on PS3 games or anything. There's, like, no reason, like, to wait and do this, you know, in 6 months or a year or whenever it really does happen.
Like, if we're gonna do something like that, maybe it's worth, like, talking about having like a little subsection of games that, you know, you might want to just like, even physical games, you might want to just like get because
Absolutely.
they're probably going to go up in price. Like this.
Exactly. And also Colnaria Village instead of Corneria. That's the village in FF1. Or the castle in town.
So Near Replicant is coming to PS4, PS5. Yeah, is there going to be a PS4 or PS5 version? Not at launch, is there? Because that comes out like in less than a month. I'm kind of excited about that.
I'm so bummed though that there's no Gestalt version though.
I know. It would have been cool if they had put him in there, Daddy Near. But what are you gonna do? What can you do?
Keep trying to see if I can chop down anything else, but it doesn't seem like I can.
Are the Tomba PS1 games good? They are, but they're both kind of expensive now. They've been expensive for a while, actually.
Folklore and Heavenly Sword. I actually just got Folklore. It's actually Folklore's going up in price. I got a copy without a manual for like $30, I think, but like a complete copies were like 40 and more.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, like doesn't have to be like like the PlayStation Network, tribute video. It should be like
more of a PS3
PS3 end of lifespan buyer's guide.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's exactly right.
Jay Sakawi says, I just beat Heavenly Sword. That's one I was thinking, like, I should just like play this. And one of the important patches I think that people should check out is for the game Layer, which gives it analog controls. They want to make sure that they have that before it goes away. And speaking of which, I think we're going to be doing a stream with John Lenneman and Audie this week at some point. I don't know. It might happen on Wednesday, and we're just going to go back and play some early PS3 games that maybe are not as bad or disappointing as people maybe thought when they came out. Or it's just like some interesting stuff that, like as I mentioned Layer, because Layer was the game that I first mentioned it to John. I said, we should do a stream with something like Layer, where this game has this reputation, and it was disappointing at the time, but I wonder if you kind of go back to it now, if it's actually pretty cool.
Well, I actually, when I was kind of going through PS3 games I wanted to buy, I bought the Resistance series, because it's in Insomniac, not Insomniac. I had played like a demo of I think 2 back when I got my PS3, but because I got we both got the Metal Gear Solid 4 bundle, so we got like the last backwards compatible models in 2008, and oh yeah, I've already been here. So I'd skip that series for whatever reason, but they're cheap, so I got all 3 games, and I like Resistance 1 was a launch game, and like I just kind of popped it in and played around a few minutes, and I've never played a PS4 launch game before. Like I'd never played a launch game.
I mean, what games were available at launch?
Well, that I think some Call of Duty game, that Genji game. I didn't even know the name of the game, the giant enemy crab game. I didn't even know the name of the game. Like I just knew it for the giant enemy crab.
Well, it's based on actual battles that
Exactly. Yeah, it was. I think it's Genji Days of the Blade or something like that.
It's the second one. There's the first one was on the PS2. There's $5 from Jonathan Hinson. Thank you. Asking, how much do you think that the PS3 jailbreaking community will help to offset Sony's bad decisions? Probably quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, and completely. I mean, I think I don't necessarily have intentions of like cracking my PS3 systems anytime soon, but like PlayStation 3 or PlayStation Vita and PS TV, like because of how bad and unreliable the official memory cards are, like I'm going to mostly only use games that I actually have bought, but I mean, I won't be able to use them legit just because of how unreliable those are. I'm going to have to get them set up with, my own external storage. So,
yeah.
But PS3, I don't have a burning need to do a PS3 hack anytime soon. So, but I mean, for the long term, that is, the thing that baffles me about these decisions to take down storefronts and things is like, I don't know. I don't know what the cost is of, keeping these servers up and if they could pose security risks over time as things get outdated or something. I don't know. But like, it's hard for me to envision it being worth the risk of the loss of trust in your digital storefronts. Why if you show to me that you are taking things down, like that makes me so much less likely to want to buy digital games. I mean, I know I'm a physical media only guy, but I'll buy digital games now and then, but it makes me that much less inclined to buy your digital games. And second of all, like, you are literally encouraging piracy. You are literally making, like, I just don't understand how from the company's perspective, it makes sense.
Yeah.
There's different camera views. Oh, there's like a super zoomed in one. This game had like a actual like photo snapshot feature and stuff, like before that stuff was cool.
It's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making me want to play this.
I know. I mean, you've beaten it, right?
No, I have it, but I've never played all the way through it. I've only just messed around with it a little bit. It's a sample.
See, like I mean, so see, I can like cycle. Oh, here's a free. Look at this. Before it was cool, man.
Oh, can you? So you can. Okay, so you just changed. Oh, but you can zoom and you can move it.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that. You can. It has a photo mode before.
Before photo modes were cool.
Before photo modes.
Look at this.
That's really impressive.
It is.
I mean, if you could only put Instagram filters on it. Before it had Instagram filters before Instagram filters.
I mean, it's like, could you even imagine how well this game would do on Switch? It would do so well on Switch.
Yeah. If anybody is connected to anybody at Atlas or at Sega, they should tell them to do this. Maybe what we need to do, we'll start it right here with the 552 people that are watching. If we can start
get equipped with dash boots.
We should start like a whole like Twitter hashtag thing.
Yeah. Bring 3D Game Heroes to Switch.
Bring back 3D Heroes or 3D Game Heroes to Switch.
You know, I think a lot of people.
Hashtag Atlas free money for very little work, basically.
You know, a lot of people seem to associate this game with Scott the Woz because every time it comes up, I hear people talk about. Because I guess he uses like one of the pieces of music for one of his themes or something.
I mean, for as many times as I've seen his videos come up, I think that I've only like watched one of them, and it was like his like a yearly like a special that he did. I don't know. It's always it's always really imposing when I see like, you know, he has a video. It came out 2 days ago and it has like 1 million views like within a day. Like, oh jeez. But I've only watched one. It might have been the thing. It was like where it was the Dick Vitale football thing, and it had like a whole theme song and everything.
Oh yeah, you linked me to that.
And I thought that was funny. But I think that's the only thing that of his that I've watched. But that's funny. I had no idea that he was like a big fan of this.
I mean, I don't know if he is, but I guess he uses the music.
Oh. And the music's pretty good in it?
Yeah, I mean, I bought the soundtrack CD, so I think it's pretty good.
It's $5 from Joshua Helmick. He's saying, "What do we want? 3D Dot Heroes. When do we want it? Now." Now. But I mean, maybe, you know, you should. Someone's saying release the 3D Dot Game Heroes cut, or release a Switch cut. I think what somebody said. Like, you know, if Twitter can get Zack Snyder to release a 4-hour version of Justice League, then I think that Twitter can get Alice to release 3D Dot Game Heroes on the Switch.
I mean, you know, I bet they wouldn't have any trouble getting this to run at like 60 frames per second on the Switch. Because this is a 30 frames game on PS3.
So that's another one. So Godzilla on the PS4. I didn't realize. I see Lord X Mugen is talking about Godzilla is not great on the PS4. But that's one it didn't get like a digital release, and then it, you know, it's expensive now, I guess. And I got that for, it was like $10, I think.
One thing I love too about the graphics in this game, like when you are at the edge of the screen, like the focus always follows your character. So even if the camera isn't moving in and out,
that's
like,
cool.
See, like it actually like the depth of field actually like adjusts in real time. Like it's such a neat look.
Yeah. There's $5 from EB Chill 2. Thank you. Saying, Corey, don't you think that Bionic Commando, Rearmed, Mercenary, and PS4 Golden, Persona 4 Golden are just obvious portions of the Switch? I mean, Persona and Bionic Commando for sure. I don't think Killzone Mercenary would. I feel like the Killzone series is like done.
Doesn't Sony own Killzone?
Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't port that. I mean, that wouldn't get ported to the Switch. But I mean, I just think in general, like that the Killzone as a Mercenary. I guess Mercenary is that the Vita version?
Yeah, I could never get into that series. I tried a demo for Killzone 2, I think, and then I got what was it, Shadowfall? Was that the PS4 launch game? I got that. I'm not a big first-person shooter guy. I mean, I enjoy them, but I just don't play them a lot. And like that, I couldn't get into it. I just didn't like the way that it was I just didn't like the way it was structured. Sort of the event structure seemed a little frustrating and arbitrary to me.
Well, I do agree that Bionic Commando Rearmed, like, it just needs some sort of physical release. Rearmed 2 got a physical release on the 360 on the Capcom Digital Collection, which, speaking of Bionic Commando Rearmed 2 and Final Fight Double Impact on the PS3, this is gonna be in that video. Do not buy them on the PS3 because they require a connection to PSN to run. If you're not connected, it'll tell you like you need to be connected and it won't boot.
But John was saying that for the first Bionic Commando Rearmed, I did not know this. Apparently, it runs way better on PS3 than 360.
Yeah, I had no idea either.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But that, the Switch is it seems like such a likely place for that game to be on. It seems like a natural fit. And I would love to get that kind of get that game and just get a physical release of that game.
Yeah. Of course it's on Steam, but
yeah, but still, yes. So there's $5 also from Robert Carlson from my grandfather. Saying, can we get Disney to sell Monkey Island back to Ron Gilbert after that? I mean, at least try.
I mean, it is interesting to me that, Limited Run has been working with Disney on various publishing things, including Monkey Island on PC.
Yeah.
There is a physical of the Monkey Island special editions on I know on 360 because I have it, a European physical. I bought on 360 because it's backwards compatible, but John was talking about it recently too, and I think there may be a there may be a physical
on the PS3. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's Europe exclusive
version is available though, which is nice. Trey Jowie, I digitized it and I uploaded it to the video game B-roll, and I'm just holding on to it here. I'll give it a try when I have something to send them.
What is it?
It's just the Majora's Mask VHS tape.
Oh.
I don't know how many people here think I'm actually Corey's grandpa. I don't know.
I was not paying attention to where I should be going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know.
I'm just kind of wandering.
Is there anything on a map showing where you can go?
I don't. Can I fast travel these locations? No. I mean, the green dot is where I am. Could you look up where I'm supposed to go?
Oh gosh.
It's right at the beginning of the game.
I can try.
I mean, I got the sword in the forest. I just wasn't paying attention to what anyone said, and I haven't been talking to very many NPCs in the towns. I mean, I haven't played this game in 12 years.
Sword. Yeah, the Grass Temple is where you're going now.
Okay, where?
Your quest has probably begun to take the Grass Temple. However, there are plenty of other activities that you can and should fill your time with.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been wandering around and filling my time with other activities, so now I want to go to the Grass Temple.
you visit the blacksmith to improve your weapon?
No.
Snag an empty bottle from the treasure chest in the tree house with the maze of statues.
Where's the blacksmith? What village is he in? Is it Rayjack?
Yeah, Rayjack.
Where's the blacksmith? I got the dash boots.
Okay.
Oh, this looks like a blacksmith.
Rayjack. I wonder if that's like one of the we used to always laugh about, like the Jack characters from the Tekken series. Our favorite one we used to always joke about was it P-Jack? P-Jack from Tekken. The P-Jack? Yeah. P-Jack.
You individually upgrade length, width, strength, and other stats of the sword.
Will Rain be on the video? I think that John Linneman will be talking about Rain in the video. It's $1.99 from Paul Sutton. It says, everybody says talk to the king.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can go talk to the king then.
Yeah. You can get an iron shield. Shop next to the
I probably don't have enough money now.
Well, you probably do. It's 100. Oh, you got 51.
No, yeah. Whatever.
I would recommend you generally if you're digitizing VHS, the FrameMeister it will drop signal constantly because if the as you're playing VHS, they wear out over time, and it causes interruptions in the signal going to an HD TV and just an upscaler as well.
I thought the FrameMeister, in my recollection, held sync better than other devices with VHS tapes. Better than I had trouble with the RetroTink. I don't know if that's been improved at some point, but it's been a while since I. Okay. Yeah, I guess the king wanted to talk to me after I got the sword.
Maybe the Tink 5X Pro will work for VHS.
Maybe. That'd be awesome.
Is 6MS good for OSSC? I mean, that just comes down to the TV. I mean, it depends on if you feel any lag, I guess. So that's just theoretically, if you're just sending your signal through the OSSC, there should be no lag, and whatever lag is introduced is just due to your display. I mean, I think that's probably all right. I don't know. What is our what are our OLEDs?
What about OLEDs?
Isn't it 6 or is it 2?
What we're talking about?
The lag.
Oh,
someone's asking if 6 milliseconds is good for OSSD.
6 milliseconds is excellent. My OLED's 17 milliseconds, which is 1 millisecond over 1 frame, which is still extremely good. I want to let's save and just because we have this ability and I spent all this time downloading characters, let's try another character for a while.
Oh, can you just switch at any time?
Well, you have to reload your game. So if I say continue and I load my data, it will ask, do I want to change characters? I think that's how it works. Yes, change characters. So these are all like the ones that are like include. Like Sackboy is actually here for some reason. I believe that is one of these official. These are all like officially included characters. But if I go to edit data, let's just some of these Japanese ones. I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to load one. Let's see what it is. If we hate it, we'll do something else. Oh wait, we can. Oh, it's Marth. Sure, why not? Let's be Marth for a while.
Okay. Vibe Mecha was asking, is this in your top 5 PS3 physical exclusives?
I mean, to be honest, I don't know a what's exclusive. Yeah, what's exclusive to physical? I really don't. I don't really know when it started. Like,
what games are even exclusive at this point?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the games that I have, and there's so many games that are not. I mean, like physical games. There's very few physical games that are exclusive at this point that haven't been remastered or something.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of the key ones. I think for sure. I was kind of thinking, I know this isn't a great game, but it's one of the games that I bought the other day just because it's like, well, I should have all of the Ratchet and Clank games on PS3. I bought Full Frontal Assault.
Right.
Which is not that great of a game as far as I know. I mean, I played a demo back in the day. But I just wanted to get it. And, like Ratchet and Clank had such a killer generation on the PS3. Overall, anyway. I mean, I guess, there's, Tools of Destruction and Crack in Time especially are great. Quest for Booty is great.
Is the best game in the series.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
It's almost like they knew that they couldn't really top it for a long time.
I know.
They didn't try.
But then like, Into the Nexus and Quest for Booty were both pretty good too. But I mean, there's a lot of Ratchet and Clank games on the system, and those games have not been ported to PS4. Like that, there were a bunch of, PS3 to PS4 remasters, but not Ratchet and Clank. None of the Insomniacs. All of with the exception of Fuse, like all of the stuff from that generation is like PS3 only, pretty much, I think.
Yeah.
So it's the Ratchet and Clank series in general, I think, are some of the key, like, totally locked to PS3 games.
Yeah. I was going to mention, of course, there's Metal Gear Solid 4. And I mentioned the patch earlier, but there was the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection that came out. If you wanted a version of Metal Gear Solid 4 that had that 2.0 patch on a disc, the version included with the Legacy Collection has the 2.0 on the disc.
Oh, like that was like it was packaged in together with HD Collection?
Yeah, I mean, it's the Legacy Collection had all the games up to that point. I mean, it included like the HD.
But it was like a box set. It was like a box set. It didn't have like. It didn't have like 4 on the same disc as the HD Collection.
Right.
Okay.
Right. It's not really a box set so much as this like just a dual, like a double case.
Okay. So it is in the same case.
But it has like an art book and stuff with it. But I mean, it includes 2 discs. One's MGS4, and the other one is just like the HD collection. And it also comes with like a voucher for 1 and 2, or 1 and VR missions from the PlayStation Store. And that's if you were looking for a version that had a fully updated MGS4 on disc. That version has it.
So do you have that?
Yes.
See,
I bought it because I wanted that fully updated You know that.
Yeah,
that
I didn't.
version.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I mean, I've
Because that's one of those things, it's going to be interesting to see like if and when that ever gets released elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty crazy that it's just too big to put it anywhere else. Like for the longest time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Orsted7 says PS3 exclusives Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds and World Invitational, Gundam Extreme versus Katsui, MGS4, Dragon's Crown, but Dragon's Crown got Dragon's Crown Pro.
Yeah.
And same with like, I mean,
wasn't Dragon's Crown also on Xbox or was it only on PS3?
No, it's only on Sony.
Is there no PC version? I thought there was a PC version of that.
No.
Really?
No, I mean it's. I was playing a little bit of it for the one video I'm working on, one of the videos I'm working on, and that game, it's very good. It's very good, but it's a game. It's kind of funny.
Oops.
But yeah, I mean that's definitely worth playing. Let's see what else there was. Of course, like Gran Turismo 5 and 6, Ace Combat Infinity. I'm not familiar with it. I mean, I just have the Ace Combat like Horizon or something like that. That's the one I have for it. Yeah, Legacy Collection can only work on PS3 as consoles beyond the PS3 don't have pressure sensitive face buttons.
Oh. I do not like pressure sensitive face buttons as a feature.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care to use them. But, you know, it's funny because I've only played through MGS1, or I've only played through MGS4 one time. And I played through it in composite on a CRT because that was like, it was before I had an HD TV. Mm-hmm. And I've never played it in HD. And I had not played a lot of games at that time that played like that. And when I popped it in the other day, I was like, this is kind of fun. I really want to play this because I understand the gameplay a little bit better.
Oh, really?
Now.
Like, I always was kind of afraid to go. I mean, I think I played through it twice, but it was still, like, not that long after it had come out. And when I replayed it. And, like, I always kind of felt like going back to it would be difficult because I kind of thought, like, oh, I bet the controls are, like, kind of during that early, like, that transition period between, like, PS2 and PS3 where controls were still not quite, like 3D action controls were not quite sorted out yet.
Yeah, I mean it's not so bad though.
Really?
I played it now and I felt like it was way easier for me to wrap my head around it than it was at the time.
Well,
yeah,
now
I mean,
you're making me want to replay it.
It plays kind of like a cover shooter now.
Interesting. I should play it again then.
Yeah, I mean I was thinking about it because
You've never played it in HD?
I've never played it in HD, so I mean I should. There's a $9.99 from T Muscle. That sounds like a fighting game character name. T Muscle, saying, "Have y'all heard of the PS3 Specialist? I sent my original model PS3 about a month ago to be reballed and haven't heard anything back. If it turns out good, I'll report back. But for now, nope." But if you get like the yellow light, didn't they discover that it has to do with that capacitor? I mean,
I don't know if reballing is actually like still a thing that, I mean, it might help, but to some extent, but apparently there's a capacitor that was the main cause of the yellow light.
Yeah. $4.99 from Paul Sutton.
Thank you.
Thank you. Saying best PS3 exclusives, the Harry Potter Wonderbook game, of course. Is Raising Storm considered an exclusive? And I would say yeah. I think Raising Storm is totally worth it, and especially since it includes 4, even though it doesn't include the whole story mode. The story mode is like doesn't even who even cares about that in the standalone release. And I think that I've never actually played it with
wait, story mode of what?
Of Time Crisis 4.
Wait, there's no like the regular like what does so
it has like a first-person game, a first-person shooter mode, where it completely it's like free roaming.
Oh, that mode is that what you call story mode?
I think that's what it's called.
But I mean, like
mode.
the arcade mode is still has like the main story of like the game, right?
Yeah, but this is kind of a standalone thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't care about that mode. I remember that now from your video, but
yeah,
because you picked up a copy of Raising Storm for me.
Oh, did I?
A while back. Yeah, I've got it. I'm pretty sure that came from you.
I mean, I want to get my move out, my move, and I got to dig my PS3 camera out, and I've never played it with the move. And I have like a gun that you can put the move into.
Oh yeah, there's a name for that. Is it the sharpshooter?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I think
I was looking on the case for I think it's
also that like machine gun.
For
like that the machine gun for the move, and I kind of want to get that because that makes
sense. Maybe that was it. Yeah, I don't know. There was when I looked on the box for Resistance 3. It said like compatible with like the sharpshooter or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, the one I have is like a handgun. There's also $2 from Dustin Kramer saying this donation means that Try must grow a soul patch. So, you gotta.
I mean. You know,
I feel like it'd work for you. I think.
I mean, I'm not here trying to, drive into John Lenneman's lane here.
Yeah, I'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Oh man, did everyone see like bootleg John Lenneman and Audie at the end of GameSack?
I mean, I hope people saw it. It was very funny. There is £5 from 5 more pounds from Rift.
Thank you.
Thank you. Saying donated earlier, but I'm drunk as hell. Y'all are nice and hot and wholesome, and I appreciate y'all for that. You do you. I'll appreciate y'all for all that you do. Well, thank you. Thank you. I assume that it's middle of the night for you.
Yeah.
$5 from EB Chill 2. Thank you. Saying the Sly Cooper series, I think, is stuck on the PS3 and Vita as well. This is my third super chat. PS3 gets me riled up. Yeah. I mean, there is that. What is it? The Sly. It's technically like Sly Cooper 4. It's like Sly, something like Partners in Time. No, that's the Mario and Luigi game. What is it? It's like
Partners
something.
in Crime. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Thieves in Time.
Oh, so that was the 4th game, and it is only on PS3.
PS3 and Vita.
Oh, okay.
And it was cross-buy. If you got the PS3 version, you got the.
Sucker Punch didn't do that one, did they? They were
no, because they were doing.
They were pretty focused on Infamous, I think.
Yeah, I don't know who did that. Let me look it up. I switch back over to Google and find my Google search for P-Jack Tekken.
I mean, it's so crazy. I mean, I was, I was thinking about, like, you know, the last time I threw up was like 2 days before Dark Souls 2 came out. And
Really?
yeah, and I'm thinking, like, I was buying like this was like still like the current gen system when I last threw up. Like if it's true that Sony is shutting down the PlayStation 3 services, like, they haven't even given me a chance to throw up again. Like it's too soon. Like, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's generally how I gauge time passing.
That's like, it's like a new epoch, right? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, at least give me time to, like, get sick again, Sony. Jeez.
So Thieves in Time was developed by Sanzaru Games. Who apparently did the Switch port of like Spyro Reignited, and Sonic Boom, the Sonic Boom games on the 3DS. Oh, they did the Sly collection. They did. Oh, okay. They did the. This is like really hard to understand. So they did the Sly collection and the God of War collection on the Vita. It's like that's really weird. Oh, I guess they did the Sly collection on the PlayStation 3 as well. Whew. Sorry. Let's see here. I was falling behind here. There's $5 Canadian from Eric S. Thank you, saying, "Keep it up, boys! Amazing channel. Help me through a rough patch."
Well, thank you.
I'm
glad to be of some sort of help.
Yeah, glad you're doing okay. It's sometimes it's like just like so crazy to me to like, you know, that people
look forward to what we do.
Yeah,
like I don't really think about it a lot.
Yesterday, sometimes, like I will like sometimes do like a search for like us on Twitter for people who don't like tag us, but just like say like
my life in gaming, me life in gaming.
And there was just like I saw a tweet that was from somebody who said, I've been watching My Life in Gaming videos all night, and it's now 7 a.m. I should probably go to bed.
Like, can you believe that this is like this is occurring like while you are sleeping? Like there are people literally watching you while you sleep.
There's $5 from the land of obscusion, saying, just a heads up, Sony has redirected the web link that leads to the old PS Store, so now it's only truly accessible via PS3 and Vita. What jerks. Okay, so that maybe that's what they were talking about. Either way, like I think it's just good for us to go through with the video, like you had mentioned.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, finish the video you're on right now, because I think you're pretty far along on it, and we should just get that one finished. But then we'll start working on this one, you know? I think that's what we should do.
Somebody, it's just like a random name, became a member and said, they're coming from the Untold Histories video conversation. You got my $5 a month plus $5 now. Well, thank you. I assume you were. I'm assuming that you were based. I mean, I can't tell because I don't know if it's just like a randomly generated name or what. But I'm assuming that you are the person that I spoke to via email earlier today. Thank you. There's $5 from Aaron Welsh saying, "Sorry, Corey, but nice when Try is playing. He doesn't go into long-winded, incoherent rants. Sunday night is Try rant night. Love you guys. Keep it up."
I just got shader magic
Delivered directly to you by Aaron Welsh. Delivering that shade. The comment. Let's see. $5 from Rad Ranger. Saying, "Thanks for doing these streams every week. I really enjoy them. Keep up the good work." Okay, so we are happy to do it. I will not be here next week though. Remember, next week is Easter Sunday. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I did not know that next week was Easter. I
believe Audie is going to be on the stream with me next week while Corey is not here. And we're going to do a stream where I play some random Famicom games that he wants me to play. And they're going to be disguised as the name of different colored eggs.
That's going to be fun. Yes, I'm going to see family, and then the day after, I get vaccinated, and actually you do too.
Yeah. I was going to be later in the month, but then I found an earlier appointment, so it's actually going to be the same day as you, which is crazy.
Yeah, both me and my wife are going on the 6th.
Yeah, actually, my dad's going to have his second shot the day before I have my first.
Yeah, the vaccination seems to really have just gone crazy. It's just going really, really fast now.
So there's one room in this.
I mean, a lot of the stuff, I don't know if I talked about it on stream, but my mom, she was having such a hard time getting vaccinated. She was in Florida. She lives in Florida, and for the longest time, you had to go to the Publix website and sit there until you had the opportunity to schedule an appointment in your county. And her county would just the amount would go down really quick. Like it starts at 100% and goes down.
We want to change characters again.
And, I started helping her out. I would sit on the site hoping to see if I would have a chance to register for it. And it just never happened. We did it for a couple months. And then she was at Publix getting her regular medication and said, "Do you have any suggestions for me? Because I'm just having a hard time signing up for that." And the lady there was like, "Do you want to get it right now? We have somebody who didn't show up today." So she was just able to get it. And I think that's what's happening.
Oh, it's more
in a lot of places. I mean, at least in the US, where at the end of the day, if you go to a place where they administer it, maybe it's like a pharmacy, like in a grocery store or anything like that.
It's Chun-Li.
You can probably, if you go at the end of the day, you could probably go and just, they don't want to throw this stuff out. So you just get it.
Well, Tornico. Let's be Tornico.
I did hear someone, I don't remember who was telling me about it, but someone was telling me about someone started for each city or whatever, someone started a Facebook group where people would say "Oh, this place has some available right now, go there," where they just all share this information. But yeah, things really have sped up here. It's kind of crazy.
Uh-oh.
Michael Workshop says you pull up outside the back door of the meat department at Publix and they give you a vaccination.
Vaccinations. This is nostalgic.
Oh, that photo? Is that a photo that you took?
No, it froze. I remember PS3 games used to freeze up a lot early in the generation.
Did the system go beep beep beep?
No, it's just it froze and it won't. I can't hit the PlayStation button either. I remember that PS3 games crashed a lot early in the generation, but then it kind of stopped really being a problem.
Okay, so yep, this is Mr. Noah Bacon. I was doing something similar with Preservation Quest as you do with My Life in Gaming. Maybe a conversation is order. Sure. Yeah, I mean you have our email, so go for it. Go ahead and reach out. I'm glad you can do something. You're gonna do something else with John's footage. There's a lot of really interesting stuff there, and I'm not sure if you watched the Blu-ray or not, but I mean, it's just like looks great in HD. Sony shut you down.
We did it. 2006 is back. I mean, you know, it's crazy to think that, like, you know, this system is getting shut down. There's like people like college age or you know, maybe even people who like just graduated college. It's like PS3 was my childhood.
Yeah.
Like isn't that crazy?
I mean, it is crazy that, you know, the system came out 15 years ago.
I mean, this was, you know, it came out, you know, 2006 was like a big year for me because I mean that was the year I graduated college, and you know the Wii came out that year, so you know I got the Wii that year, but you know, obviously PS3 I didn't get for a few years, but you know it was definitely a memorable year. All right, let's see what we're gonna get. Oh, it's 0. Should I be 0?
Yeah.
Let's be 0.
The PS3 came out when I was working on Hip Hop's Toughest Rhymes on MTV2. And the PS3 came out like a week after Final Fantasy 12 came out.
Yeah. Well, not quite. Or well, actually,
it was like November 6th, wasn't it? Because I remember getting Final Fantasy 12 on Halloween of 2006.
Oh, did your store have it early or something?
I don't know. No. I mean, I got it at GameStop.
Did it come out in
November? GameStop in Union Square in New York.
Pretty sure it came out early November though. Like
no, I mean Final Fantasy 12. No, it's I remember because it was on Halloween, and I went to like Halloween stuff.
Well, you know, like, I think that was still the time though that like, you know, if you weren't a big city market, games actually appeared in the stores the day after the ship date.
Right.
So maybe mine was the day later. Like games didn't actually release on the release date, like really back then.
It was like a big deal.
There wasn't like a release date. So I mean, I got it day one that it was in stores around here anyway. But like I remember I was like all like concerned about beating it before the Wii came out because like, you know, I had to give my full attention to Twilight Princess, obviously.
So you beat that in. You beat that in a week?
Well, no, because the Wii was later. I was the PS3 I forgot that like PS3 and Wii came out like different months or different weeks, I guess, because like, you know, the Xbox One and the PS4 came out the same week, and the Series X and the PS5 came out the same week. I guess I forgot that that wasn't necessarily the case with the Wii. So I forget exactly what day it was, but no, it was later in the month. So I mean, I probably beat it in like 2 weeks or something. I don't know. I mean, I think it took me 50 hours or less. Mm-hmm. So it's not that crazy to beat in 2 weeks.
I might have some. Let me look through some of my old photos. I'm
not back at that time anyway.
There's donations saying the mastering on the it's really good on the Blu-ray. I actually have a Kickstarter back DVD, retail DVD, and the Blu-ray. I'm off for tonight. Talk soon. All right, sounds good. You're probably already gone, but look forward to hearing from you. $5 from Joshua Helmick. He's saying $10 million. But Corey has to flow freestyle for us on the fly. No, I mean, I can't.
That guy was.
There'd be so much pressure for $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I have any of these photos. I'm pretty sure I took photos in 2006 of the PS3 launch of people lined up in Union Square. Let me see here if I can find it. There's lots of pictures of me drinking Sparks.
Mm-hmm.
Curious if anybody in the chat is familiar with what Sparks is. It's kind of like a malt energy drink / alcoholic beverage. And it tastes like Smarties. Digital Booty knows about Sparks. Like Four Loko, that's right. And then it was like banned or whatever. Yep. I'm glad that some people know what it is. People dying from Sparks. Nobody is dying from Sparks, but I feel like Four Loko is making people go like really crazy. It's really such a dumb thing. Yeah, Sparks tasted like a sweet tart. Yeah, it was like a sweet tart or a Smarties.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
It's just like, I mean, it's an orange alcoholic drink, like a malt drink that's, you know, it's like an energy drink. It's like an energy drink and several beers in one drink. And it came in these big, super tall cans that like were shaped like batteries. So stupid. But you know, in 2006 it's pretty funny. It's like, yeah, it's like a NOS energy drink but with booze. You know,
here's something I couldn't do the last time I played this game. Is take a photo of the screen with my phone.
Ah.
for the map.
Oh man. Travis Smalley saying, listening to the knife's heartbeat, listen to and drink a Sparks. Yep. I scrolled right past it, but there was like a photo of like a friend of mine with has his arms open. It's like a table full of cans of Sparks. Like, I don't know. We thought it was looking back, it's so stupid but hilarious. Ooh, bless you. But Potbelly Punch says Sparks was an incredibly dumb but amazing drink. But they do still make Sparks, but it is like they had to change the formula for it, so it's not the same. Once they changed it, like it just wasn't. It's not worth it anymore. There was $1.99 from Eric Schussler. Thank you. Saying just started Final Fantasy 13, the most jargony game ever.
I could see that. Like
I mean, it is like it's very difficult. That's why he has like that whole like encyclopedia.
Yeah, like after like play it for a little bit, you should open up like the lore section of the menu and just read up on it, because that game really drops you into the thick of it with like no context for, you know, what is a l'Cie, what is a fal'Cie, what is Cocoon, what is what's the Cocoon and what's the surface of the planet called? Pulse. Pulse,
yeah.
Yeah,
it's like, so I didn't even like read any of that stuff until like I was halfway through the game. So I went through like more than half the game without even knowing understanding what like l'Cie and fal'Cie even were. They're just like saying it.
Yeah.
They're just like saying these words. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I really like the game a lot, but like the story is on the weaker side of Final Fantasy stories for me. But I like the game a lot. I mean, I like, you know, the battle system. I like, you know, the music a whole lot. I think the visuals hold up. You know, I think it's actually a pretty neat game, and I don't think it deserved the hate that it got, because nothing wrong with a linear RPG as long as it's good, and I thought it was good. But you know, story, not my favorite story, but you know, that's a lot of people I think that like story is like most of an RPG, and I think when I started to get into RPGs, I agreed with that, but I don't think so anymore. Like story is good to have in an RPG, but like, you know, I just enjoy playing RPGs.
Yeah. I mean, I really like Final Fantasy 13. I mean, we both platinumed it.
Yeah.
I was looking at my save. It's like 95 hours.
Well, I've only like 9 or 10 platinums I have, I think.
Yeah. It's $2 from Potbelly Punch saying, Corey, Sparks didn't change. We did. I'm pretty sure they had to change the formula, though.
You know what's...
And then they brought it back, and then by that time, we didn't care anymore.
You know what kind of surprised me when I was... you know, patching all of my PS3 games. Can you believe that I only... Like, I feel like S is like the most common... like letter to start a game title with.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels like S is just really, really common. I've only got 2 S games on PS4 or PS3. That really surprised me. You know what they are?
What?
Can you take a guess?
I don't know. I
Uh,
don't know.
it's
I don't know.
Soul Calibur 4
Okay.
and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh wow, I don't even have Sonic.
You have no version of that game? You should have a version of that game. It's worth having just to have.
Yes, I will.
I mean, considering the PS3 version is the worst version of that game, I feel like it's the truer version. You know what I mean? Like, you don't, like, when you're playing Sonic the Hedgehog, you're not playing it to, like, you know.
Like physical games? Like, so you're talking physical.
Physical. Like, I'll probably have some digital.
A lot of S's.
I'm talking physical. I'm not sure. I probably have some S's.
I mean, I have Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I have Star Ocean: The Last Hope International. I have SSX. I have South Park: The Stick of Truth. I have Soul Calibur 4 and 5. I have Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. I have the PS3 version of Sonic Generations. I have the Xbox version as well.
I have the Xbox version of. I've got Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations on Xbox.
There's $2 from Shadow Mask saying, "Did either of you play through Final Fantasy X-2?" And we both have, but I've never really beaten it legitly. Like we talked about that a long time ago because I got myself to a place where I just like could not beat the last boss, and you can't leave once you hit that point. So I downloaded a save for it and finished it. But I should really go back and give it.
I think it's just fun to play. Like, I enjoy how it had the job system. I enjoyed how it had, an ATB, which Final Fantasy X didn't have. I mean, it's like the last, like, mainline Final Fantasy that had like a traditional ATB system. I mean, yes, there's ATB in later games, but like, where you don't directly control the characters. You issue commands via a menu as their ATB fills. Like it's really the only like high fidelity graphical representation of that combat system.
Yeah. Was there? Did I miss an Ease reference in this game? Was there an Ease reference?
Was there?
See Bacon McShig in the chat saying, "Nice Ease reference there."
Take it from me. Ramming into foes even from the side doesn't work here. I was when I went back I forgot to double check this. Okay, leave the top left and middle right free. Yeah, really, this game like parodies a lot of things, even though like it's fundamentally a Zelda gameplay thing, but like it parodies like especially like Famicom era games a lot, just RPGs and stuff. Look at this lighting. I mean, come on, like this looks so good for 2009.
This game is not that long though, is it?
I don't know 100% for sure if it was my final save, but like the save I had was like 12 hours. The one that I found on that flash drive.
Yeah.
Might not have been my final save though, but
I'm telling you, people should be starting a social media campaign to get this game released on the Switch because it'd be a huge hit. Like someone is saying, Alternator in the chat is saying this game's resemblance to the original Zelda is making me want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wish I'd heard of it during the PS3 days.
Yep, I mean it's very Zelda 1 inspired for sure.
Right, but I mean, as someone said way earlier, it's like the legend of Minecraft. So it would resonate with people who like Minecraft also.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're making a sequel. There's nothing.
No, I mean they ran out of all of their jokes for lampooning, Famicom era RPGs anyway, probably. So.
Yeah. I mean, like this was like Minecraft wasn't even out yet, right?
I think it may have possibly just hit beta, but like not in a way that like where either game would be likely to have influenced each other, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, see, there's Joshua Helmick. He's got a hashtag 3D.switch. Start it.
I mean, I think this is visually, I think the game looks better than Minecraft, but.
Yeah. I wonder if my kids would be into it.
I mean, it's not an easy game, it gets pretty challenging. I remember like the world layout becoming a bit confusing.
I'm gonna make a tweet about it right now.
See if you can get all the stream viewers to retweet it and start some why can't these statues move? Maybe I'll come back here later. This feels like the kind of game that we would have to be like praying for a physical copy today,
Yeah.
But yet it is physical only. Uh-oh. Oh, I've got more candles. Good. Was I supposed to have bombs before coming into this dungeon, or do I kind of find them in here?
Dude, should I not tweet Atlas, or should I tweet like Sega?
Well, I don't know whether Atlas had anything to do with this game in Japan, or if it was just they were like the American publisher.
I could do Atlas JP. Should I just do Atlas JP?
Well, why don't you look up on Wikipedia and find out like who published it in Japan? Because I feel like they're the ones who really own it. You know what I mean? I don't know if Atlas had anything to do with it in Japan. They may have just been the American publisher.
Okay. Can I say at From Software, you think?
Well, just look on Wikipedia and see who the Japanese publisher was. I'll do it. Game Heroes. Publishers. Japan From Software published it in Japan. Yeah, so they might own it.
Should I just say From Software _PR, I think is like the...
So From Software is probably owns the rights.
Okay, I assume that From Software. If I just, it's so much more complicated. So I go From Software _PR. You think?
I don't know.
I mean, it's. I guess it is. So From Software.
Why do the statues on the left side not move?
When did this came out? In 2010, right? Or 2009 or 2010?
2009.
I mean, is it correct in saying that it was ahead of its time in 2009?
Absolutely. I do not understand that puzzle, but I guess I solved it.
So, okay, so it's going to be hashtag. Let's see, 3D dot
Man, I screwed up again, didn't I? Here we go. Simple map. But I really want our bombs. And an apple right now would be good. Finally got the beeping stopped.
So that if From Software brought 3D Game Heroes to the Nintendo Switch, it would be a massive hit. It was so ahead of its time in 2009 and would do amazing with today's audience. Let's see if we can convince them to make it happen.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's be on the front page of, Kotaku or whatever tomorrow morning, Fans are trying to bring 3D Game Heroes back. It was absolutely ahead of its time, I think. Like, it just, this aesthetic has become a thing, and I don't know. I think in a lot of ways it still did it best.
We're making history tonight. I'm going to run to the bathroom and fill up my water. I will be right back.
he just so casually says after he makes history. Need bombs. I'm worried I'm going to run out of candles. I do not understand these puzzles. I feel like there's some kind of hint I'm overlooking for these. Fairy was acting like these white tiles must mean something. I mean, I don't think they mean anything other than you can't push the statue on them. Oh, does the spell reveal clues here too? Oh, I didn't know they actually revealed clues. Like, I thought it might have just been for that, those walls. Oh, okay. So any of those white panels, even if they're on the floor, the spell is good for. Gotcha. Thank you. I did not realize that the spell did that. That's the problem with playing a game on stream where you occasionally have to be paying attention to what characters say. Because I try to pay attention to what characters say, and I tend to fail at actually remembering what they say when I'm streaming. If you see something suspicious, blow it up. No answer. It's merely a stone side. Let's save just in case. Is Final Fantasy 11 still playable? Oh, it sure as heck is. Like they're like still actually doing like content updates. Like I still get emails from Square Enix with like, you know, advertising like, oh, like here's you know, some event. I think what was it called? The one I don't know anything about. I just know of it because it's in my email. I think it's like the Voracious Resurgence or something like that. is what they're advertising right now. Are there candles I can easily get out here? Because I need candles. I don't think there's candles. Well, I can stumble in the darkness. That'd be fine.
There's already 9 tweets about it, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, I end up getting another candle at some point. Very good. I don't remember picking it up. Whatever. I have bombs now. Oh, I'm just in this room.
I like the animation. There's only like, you know, like there's the 2 frames of animation on the bomb as it like pulses. Yeah, it could have pulsed, but it just like Has two frames of animation. So that they make history. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and fill up my water real quick. I got a couple pieces of cheese too out of the fridge when I was up there.
I mean, spoken like a man who is used to making history, right?
Any recommendations for a PS3 compatible 1 terabyte SSD? So I got a Crucial 1 terabyte SSD and it worked. That's what I've been using.
That's something I mean, I probably was aware of at the time, like what was compatible, but that's something I haven't even thought of in years.
I can link it. I mean, I put it in a super slim. I don't know if that has any effect. That shouldn't change anything. Let me copy the link and I will. This one here is what I bought. And these have been pretty good. I used the Crucial SSDs in my modes too.
No, don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Although now I'm starting to think about getting a 2 terabyte SSD for my PS4 Pro internal drive.
How big?
A 2 terabyte.
Oh wow! Now,
Because my
I still
external
have
drive it's full, and my internal drive is almost full now too.
I still have a mechanical drive in my PS4.
So do I.
I don't know if it would be that beneficial, but like I remember a while back, Digital Foundry kind of recommended like hybrid drives for PS4.
Right. Which I think I put in my PS3 for a long time.
Oh really? I've never used a hybrid drive.
Any speed improvements for swapping an SSD and PS3 or PS4? I think there is for PS4, but for PS3 you might see something like a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, apparently it made the PS3 version of Skyrim more playable.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But otherwise, like, I mean, the menu is the menu is definitely like icons definitely load faster with an SSD for sure. Because I like right at the beginning of the PS4 generation, I got the SSD that's in my PS3 right now because I just thought like, well, you know, now that I'm not using it that much, like I feel like that would just be a good thing, like to just kind of put in it for kind of relatively long term. I mean,
yeah.
You know, it's so hard to take a guess as to, you know, whether a SSD or a mechanical drive will actually last longer. But I feel like if I do backups, like at least my physical games should, you know, be with their patches that are on the backup, you know, should be easily restorable.
Look at that bee. Not the bees. Digital Booty was saying, I remember seeing you at the Louisville Arcade Expo a couple years ago with Jesse.
Oh.
Is that your first time at the show, and would you consider coming to another one? Yeah, I went last year. It was like right before everything shut down. But yeah, I went on Saturday last year. Not for like the entire day, but I was there for a while. I like I really like going to vendors and stuff like that, and there's not a lot of vendors there for like with the stuff that I'm like looking for. But yes, I mean, I definitely plan on going more in the future. It's too bad. I mean, obviously it was canceled this year, but they'll be back. There's $5 from Multiplix. Thank you. Saying, "Sup guys, hope all is well."
Yeah,
and all seem to be well, except for this giant bee.
Yeah, that's a problem. I'm trying to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of my my thing that I'm thinking would Jack Witherall says SSDs will last longer. Fewer moving parts means less chance of breaking down.
I mean, people talk though about SSDs have a finite life because
the amount of stuff, but I mean, I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah, and two, I think we're going to come nowhere close to using the number of reads and writes of an SSD's finite life on a dead console.
Right. Exactly.
I feel like my life has gone up more than I've actually gotten extra apples. Is it going up more than 1 apple per time?
Yes, I can post a link.
You fought that huge bee off without the slightest hesitation.
Not the bees.
So my for whatever reason, I don't remember doing this at all, but when I loaded up that save that I discovered I actually had from, when I beat the game originally, my character's name was I Say. And I think the intent was I would get characters when they talk to me go, I say, aren't you a fine fellow?
with their pipe.
Yeah.
Holding their pipe.
I say that. I say, you must be the legendary hero. I got a wind wing.
Yeah, I mean, that's like Tony Morrow says, the smartest thing you can do with the PS3 is install everything, do a full system backup to an external hard drive, and copy that back to multiple locations.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what I'm playing.
That's why I decided to get I was originally going to get a 500. Oh, shoot. I think I linked it to the 2 terabyte SSD.
Well, aren't they selectable on the page?
Yeah, get the 1 terabyte. You don't need the 2 terabyte. I was just clicked on it because I was like, oh, I wonder how much that one is comparatively. Sorry about that. But that is the one I got. I got the 1 terabyte. But I was going to get a 500 gigabyte one. And I was like, that'd probably be plenty. And then as I started to install everything, I realized that it was going to be really, really tight. And I was like, I might as well just get a 1 terabyte because, I started to think hey, I will maybe I would want to have, I can keep all my PSP games that the installers for PS1 classics and PSP games on there just because. So I don't know if this has changed to check into it, but with PSP games, if you're going to be playing it on a PS TV, you have to run it from inside Adrenaline. So the only way to launch PSP games from the bubble and have it just running directly from the Vita menu is to install from a real installer. If you use if you just copy it over, it only shows up in Adrenaline. And I'm not sure if this has changed or not, but Adrenaline, I guess, has like a little bit of lag because it like, runs on top of the Vita like OS. So in a way, it's like almost better if you want to play games on your PS TV. You know, you should like install it directly to it.
Yeah.
Instead of
you can't do that. Like, can you download an installer?
No, because I think it has to be like signed by your system or whatever.
Oh. So I was thinking I should maybe like play a random digital game or two to wrap up the stream. Let's see what we got.
Actually, well, combined. There's a combined $10 from Too Slow, Too Furious.
I love that name.
Saying I should narrate a trashy romance audiobook. It'd probably do well.
That'd be interesting for sure. You know, seeing the sort of the CRT shape to the tile for 3D Dot Game Heroes there reminds me. I was kind of surprised. I totally forgot about this when I put in Batman Arkham Asylum to patch it. Like some games like have a whole screen like wallpaper come up when you are hovering on them, and it's like there's like actually like part of it is like the Joker's body with like a TV on his head, and like the tile is like what's on the TV. That was kind of
cool. I mean, they did some really unique ones sometimes.
So here's how I've got things organized on mine. I had it somewhat organized before, but I did a little reorganization to like how I have the albums labeled. Like I've got like these are games that install.
Can I just say really quick? Mm-hmm. It is unbelievable to me that the PlayStation 3 never got the option to sort your games in a folder alphabetically.
The what?
It is not possible.
Oh, the PlayStation 3.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the organization tools you have are really good, but your only options are creation date,
last played, date installed,
yeah,
something like that.
That is pretty crazy for sure. These are games where I've got like the disc, and you like actually do a full install of the game. Like, I assume like I would have like if I tried to launch this, I probably can't. I assume I have to have you have to have the disc inside. But these are very much like PS4 games or whatever, where these are things that are on a disc. Like this Sackboy's Prehistoric Moves, like I don't think I ever installed it, but it's on the Little Big Planet 2 disc.
Right.
And then this, I never installed this. This is the one and only PS3 game that Limited Run has done. And I'd never actually put it in my system.
PS3 version of, I think they did a PS3 version of Oddworld. The New and Tasty.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've got that on PS4, so I didn't bother. I mean, I've also got Stranger's Wrath on Vita, but like I assume the PS3 version is probably better, so I got that too, just because I thought, well, it's interesting to have a limited run.
Mm-hmm. The box art is so bad on it, though.
Yeah, it's not great.
But it's kind of a weird installer. It runs off the disc, I think, or does it install?
So this is a thing that I think a lot of people might not know about, and I want to bring it up in the video that we're going to do.
That's different. That visualizer.
Mm-hmm.
So
we were trying to figure this out. Like this, so visualizer is from Q Games, and it is a separate app.
That's totally different. Like I mean, mine has a different logo. It's just called like Pixel Junk 4am Visualizer.
Yeah, it's like a separate thing. So like, you just play music in it, and it just has a cool selection of visualizers. Let's see, squares shuffle. So like you've got like several different colors of. But like I've used these in videos before, because they look really cool.
You used it in the music, the soundtrack.
CD video, and I believe one of these I think is the background on like RGB 102 or something. I just have it on my TV in the background. Like where's the one of them is like crazy looking.
Michael A had a $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Saying I've got close to 300 physical PS3 games. Wow. How big of a hard drive should I get? Are the patches and updates that big?
The patches are so slow.
I read about that in the scripts. Like, remember when we were like incredulous at like like a sub 100 megabyte patch, and it's like, holy cow! Like, it's like nothing now.
Yeah. But like, I mean,
most patches are like under 20 meg.
Like a 300 some megabyte patch on the PS3, like
very rare.
Well, yeah, but I've run across several, and maybe 5 or 6 of my games, but they like, I mean, they'll take like 30 minutes.
Yeah, because the downloading is so slow on it.
Yeah. Here we go. This one just looks really cool. Well, it needs to start a new song. Oh, here, I guess it's a vertical version of it. These just
that's awesome. That is like...
Don't they look so cool?
I mean, well, it's like the end of 2001, Space Odyssey.
Oh.
Like, maybe that's what we should have. Maybe in the video... Here's an idea. When you talk about this, we should just have a 30-minute segment of like going between of like this, like reflecting off your face, and like have like a 30-minute video, like just a 30-minute segment of the video of that happening. Maybe we can do that after the credits, where it's like literally 30 minutes long.
So I don't know. I just think it's a neat thing to have on your PS3 because it's like, I love the cross media bar. Like the PS3 menu is like still my favorite game system menu interface. Like aside from the fact that, as you point out, you cannot alphabetize games within the folders. But like, I love this. Like I still play my music off of this thing because I love it as a media machine. It's just a great media machine. We used to play, before we either could or knew how to play back videos in OBS. Like it wasn't that long ago, really. I was still playing the opening videos for the Backloggery streams off of the PS3 here. I mean, I love the cross media bar. The PS3 interface definitely caught up once they added folders, and you can organize things however you want within those folders. So they can be, they can be alphabetized. I have mine alphabetized, but I freaking love the cross media bar. It's like, it's just...
Let's see what other games you got there.
Yeah. So, let's see. Pixel Junk Monsters, that's the first... I haven't played it, like...
Will you find me on your friends list? Really quick?
Where them cookies at? I've got... Look at all these, like...
I've had that avatar since 2010.
Like, how is this even organized? Like... Is this the last time that someone has logged in on the PlayStation 3? Or look there, there's the Game Dave with a Vivi, unsurprisingly. Where would you be on here? How is this sorted?
Maybe the last login. that might be towards the top.
Yeah.
You can only have 100 friends now. Back then, you had a limit of 100 friends.
I sort by name.
Maybe it's categorized differently. Like, and it like pushed me off or something like that.
I don't know why I don't know why you're not here.
Maybe it's, I don't know.
I surely haven't hit the friend limit somehow, and you somehow like got bumped off.
It's possible.
I doubt it.
Paul Burkamp says, Try and Corey aren't actually friends.
I mean, hardcore Uprising, like that game is so good. Should I play a little bit of it?
Play a little bit of that, because that is like, that should be at the top of most people's lists.
Oh yeah, it is so good. It is so good. You know, to be honest, I don't even know what the status of playing. Like you can't play games online on PS3.
Friends list, but you can't alphabetize your games.
Can you play any PS3 games online anymore? You can't, can you?
I don't know.
I gotta be honest. I do not know what the status of that is.
Yeah, I don't either. I know some servers for some games have gone offline, but I have all of the DLC for this too, where it has that one guy that has that crazy hair.
Oh yeah,
it looks like it's like he's got like one of those like a jelly roll kind of hair.
I have no.
This game is awesome for people who have not played this.
So
it's an awesome game.
Okay, so I guess I've got. Yeah, I guess I've still got like my upgrades I've made.
Replicant 813 is saying I would say avoid hardcore on PS3 if you have an Xbox because it's playable on all Xbox systems.
Oh really? It's backwards compatible?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
that kind of makes me want to buy that.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, because I mean, hey, it's Konami. Konami could delist things whenever they want, probably. You know, I mean, what does Konami care? I mean, the only difference is, you know, I prefer PS3 D-pad, but
yeah.
So this game, you can upgrade your character. Like you played. Like, so that's the reason, like, I'm playing as Crystal right now is because she was the character I was playing as when Corey and I were beating this game way back. And, you know, so I was focusing all my efforts onto upgrade efforts onto one character so that, you know, I wasn't wasting, you know, money. Cause, you know, I guess you earn it as you play the game. I forget, exactly. But I mean, it's a pretty, let's see, triangle swaps weapons.
And it has a double jump too, remember?
Oh yeah.
It has a double jump.
And also an air, like you've got dash and even an air dash. Like check this out. I mean, this game.
Yeah.
You know, you can see.
And I guess it is it's the actual prequel to Contra Hardcore.
It is, yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know how it connects.
But see, like you hold L2 and you can hold your facing. You hold R2 and you can hold you know stand your ground. So I mean, it's got like the full featured Contra controls. Like it is so good. Like it's right up there with, you know, Contra 4 is like the best Contra of the, you know, modern eras. You know, I mean, I like Shattered Soldier, but I like this a lot more.
Okay, so this is backwards compatible.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's very tempting. There's $2 from Container 7 with no message, but thank you.
Thank you.
There's also $5 from Joshua Helmicke saying that we should play this next episode. I think we should.
Why don't you turn it on right now and see if like it, do we? I literally do not know if you can play PS3 games online. We could definitely do it on Xbox though.
I don't have PS Plus, but I mean, I guess.
Well, you didn't need PS Plus on PS3.
Oh, you're right. Hang on a second. Hold up.
I'm sure like most people in the chat know the answer to this. Can you play PS3 games online? I just don't know. Like PS3 was like the last era where like really the only era where I really played much online, to be honest. Like I played so little online. PS4, so little. Outside of Final Fantasy 14, which doesn't really count. It's a whole different thing. Like, come on, it's got the gate and everything. Like, how classic is this? Like, it's. I feel like when the game came out, it did not get great reviews, and man, I do not understand why, other than people don't like classic style games, because this is good stuff.
Even like the XMB music is the Contra music.
I know. It's so good. Yeah, did you play as like the pompadour and sunglasses guy?
So it's like on the pompadour. It looks like a jelly roll. Hair. Harley, I think his name is.
I don't remember his name. Do these actually blow up? I guess they do eventually. Like these like little like flamethrower things, they're up this jump. Like this is like totally a callback to like that part in Contra 1.
You're not sure if my friend's list either. Oh, there you are.
Can you send a friend invite?
I did.
Oh, okay. Oh, am I even logged in? I don't know if I'm logged in.
Let's see if we can log in.
Here. Oh, invitation message. Let's play together. Let's see what happens. Are we in it? Oh, wait,
I've made a room.
Retrieving data. Retrieving data. You can play PS3 games online. Who knew? I didn't know that. For some reason, I thought maybe you couldn't do this. Oh, you have arcade mode selected. Arcade mode is like I cannot even imagine beating arcade mode. It is so hard. Like Rising mode is the one where you can upgrade your character. See, I don't have the DLC, so I don't have that guy.
I'm gonna be the purple Harley.
I mean, I know this is one of the games that Limited Run wants to do so badly, but the issue is there is no demo of this game, and the only way that it's possible for them to do PS3 games is if there was a demo for it, because of the way, like, I think the code was signed or something, like for a full installation. Because if you, because these games were not like set up to be streamed from a disc.
Right. Do you feel like any lag or anything?
It's hard to say.
Look, he's like, what's he doing with the guitar? He's like, it's like a guitar. Look at him.
I mean, it certainly feels better than a lot of Switch Online games. I'll say that. Like, Switch Online tends to be laggy. Depending, I mean, I think it's just the way the games are coded, not really fault of Switch Online. Like how Nintendo does, like Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to get the physical release of this, and it's really unfortunate that this is one that has not received it. Oh,
the signal dropped on the stream. I know this is maybe my favorite game that doesn't have like
physical release.
Yeah. So now you notice that on when I was playing by myself on Rising mode, my machine gun had like 2 columns to it, and that's because over time I had upgraded Crystal to have like, you know, certain bonuses. So that's why she had
right. You can up the stats.
So Rising mode. I mean, Rising mode is where it's at, I think. But like, arcade mode is very cool. But like, I just feel like actually finishing it would be so difficult.
Well, I mean, it's more of the Contra experience.
It is for sure, but like, you know, it's called Hardcore Uprising, and like, so I feel like, you know, that's like the intended experience, you know?
Yeah. How do you change weapons again?
Triangle.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Oops. Oops.
Oh, there's $5 from Chris Pratt saying, I said this already, but I guess you guys missed it. I wouldn't mind seeing try play some Monkey Island. And hey, I don't mind sending more money to you. Sorry, we missed it.
Well, just for you, I will play some. I don't think that'll be very interesting on stream, but which one would you like me to play? Because I've got Monkey Island 1 and 2 special editions. In addition to all of the episodes, the Telltale games. I actually really liked that. I don't know what the fan opinion on Tales of Monkey Island is, but I really liked it.
Speaking of like co-op stuff, really quick. Both Try and I ordered It Takes Two, so we'll be playing that co-op on stream as some.
I feel like that might need to be like a planned like non-Sunday thing, just because like I feel like it'll take like 2 consecutive days of like longer than usual streaming.
The Way Out did.
Yeah, I looked up how long it was. I mean, it looked like it might be like 12 hours or something. So I feel like we'll need to do that like during the week or something.
Yeah, did I miss a donation? Everything's shown up here that I
think they're talking about missing Chris Pratt's.
Oh no,
I mean missing his first.
Oh, sorry about that.
I guess it was just because we were concentrating on seeing if we could make this work.
It's $5 from John Perry G saying, have a relaxing Easter, my life in gaming. And everyone out there in the community, things are looking up. Maybe I'll get out to an expo, meet MLiG and friends. Oh, did I die? Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's going to be any like
real conventions
whatever
this
conventions
year
are going to happen. I wonder when they will announce that they're going to happen. I think I heard that Too Many Games is happening.
Oh,
But
really?
it's going to be at the end of the summer. Sorry, we like almost never actually play stuff co-op. We never play co-op without having someone else here to like monitor. Yeah. So.
Which is something we'll probably have to consider if we play It Takes Two.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, when we did A Way Out, that was it wasn't like a typical stream. I even think that Super Chats even existed then.
I don't know.
I think it's awesome. I think that we will be back in Japan at some point.
Oh yeah, I have to get back to Japan someday. I see that there was $5 from John Perry G.
I read that.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, yeah. That one. Oh, just touching that thing hurts you. I like this. Is it weird that this feels like such a novelty to me to be playing a PlayStation 3 game?
So we can play it online because I mean, it's a big deal then.
Who does this? This is the only, this game I had free, and maybe you did too, on PlayStation Plus. And I intentionally let my PlayStation Plus lapse.
Right, so you could buy it.
So I could buy it. So I could just for, this very kind of situation right now, right? So it's interesting. This is the only, I'm pretty sure this is the only game that was like free from PlayStation Plus that I have like played through to the end. And then, and then I bought it. So, that just goes to show like what kind of use I'd get out of Game Pass.
Yeah. Joshua Ramey is saying if you come back, check out the arcade called Mikado in Taka Danobaba.
Oh, we did go to Mikado.
Yeah.
There's B-roll in the M2 documentary and probably other I believe other episodes. We've got 19 credits, or is that for arcade mode? Maybe arcade mode wouldn't be that bad if there's 19 credits. Right, well. Anyway, that's probably enough of that game. That was fun playing a PS3 game online for the first time in a generation.
Yeah, for real. It's $5 from Larry Hastings saying, what are those umbrella parasol things that fly away sometimes? Is that how the bad guys arrive? Can you grab one for a bonus?
I think some enemies kind of float down on like a parasol type thing, don't they? So here I've got Monkey Island Special Edition. I've also got Monkey Island 2, and then like I said, all of the episodes. Did Chris Fratz say what Monkey Island I should play? Oh man, I would love to play some Fast Draw Showdown, but I don't have my PlayStation camera hooked up right now.
I should. I wonder if that one's expensive.
What?
Fast Draw Showdown.
Oh, it's probably like $10 or something. I bet. Yeah, I recommend it. Chris Fast wants me to play 2. I wonder if I have a save on this system. Like when I lost my saves when my first PS3 died, like I have such a poor memory of like what games were before then and what games were after that. The only one I remember for sure was, I got the platinum trophy in Final Fantasy 13 like a month or two before it happened. Which is, I'm so glad.
So I want to say, honestly, I wonder if I can do this. I want to show everybody like what I felt was the most important thing to buy off the PlayStation Store.
Oh yeah. It was such I hadn't thought about that in years. It was such a meme when it happened though. You're
Sorry about that. Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. Hang on.
Oh, I can tell
back.
from the
Hang on.
way that Guybrush is animating here. Is he in this little weight animation? Like this is non-integer scaling. Uh-oh.
You hear me? Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Just making sure.
Oh, I seem to not have a save on here, I guess.
Well, Guybrush Threepwood, you do turn up in the strangest places.
You know,
Hi, Elaine.
this is such
You can help me out.
How did you get into this mess?
this is such an
long story.
interesting
That's okay.
situation
got
where
time.
like all of the text in
It
this
all
game
started on Scab Island.
was
Some of my admiring
written,
fans had
you know,
pressured
to
me
be
to tell
read,
my LeCuck
right?
evaporating story one
And
day.
as far as I know, every bit
Deep in the Caribbean.
of text in this game
Scab Island.
is word for word how the original was written.
So I bust into the
And
church and
the
say,
voice acting
"Now
is
you're in
so
for it,
good
you
in this.
Billiest bag of barnacle
Like
cake."
it's
And
so
then
crazy that it
Guybrush,
it
have
worked as
mercy.
seamlessly as it
I
did.
can't take it anymore.
I think
get
I
like a-
know
like
how
my
he must
screen.
have felt.
Well, look at this. This is
Ha! Those guys wouldn't know a good story even if they paid $50 for it. When I find Big Whoop, I'll become a legend among pirates for generations to come.
That-
Only
It's
charter
that,
ship
it's
would
that
get off
stupid,
this stinking
it's
island.
that stupid corn theme.
how much was it?
I think it's hilarious that the actual name of it is called Corn Love.
How much was it?
That's $2.99.
That's a little pricey.
It is.
Where do you think you're going, fancy pants? You ain't from these parts, are you? This is
What?
Stolbridge.
Oh yeah, there it is. Select button. Like isn't
Yeah, go
like
see.
doesn't that look so cool still? Look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah. The thing that I love about this theme is that it's like completely seamless. Like you can't even tell where the video loop.
Please!
They probably have a crossfade in there somewhere.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
There's no
But
police on
it-
Scab Island.
It's just so gentle. Like that little brush, that little butter brush is like so gentle. Like
Like, you know, I really want to know like how much effort went into like selecting the cob of like the perfect cob of corn for this, you know?
I don't know. But if you go in the store, I mean, there is a billion
Maybe I should
themes
cut you
on
one
there.
out of cement.
Whoa!
Hey,
And, like-
you're
like-
loaded. This is my lucky night.
98% of them are just like
Remember,
anime
wherever you
girls
go,
and
on sea or on land,
various states of undress.
you can't ever
Like,
hide.
and there's like there's like thousands of themes. And
Tough
then
town.
you
I
got
guess
then
I
you
should've
got
got
Corn
those
Love.
traveler's checks.
This one.
I mean, look at this.
This is what we will lose. when we lose the PlayStation Store.
What? I still see corn. Or are you, I thought you were switching to something else. Or so, oh, did someone say that? Or
Yeah.
oh. Like, I mean, this is 60 frames per second. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm seeing some stutters here and there, but like, you know, like this is good looking. This I think this holds up as a remaster, you know?
Yeah. You gotta buy that corn theme before it goes down.
That's
It's
what
just- it's like-
that's what you thought.
I mean, it looks so
Hold it
tasty
right
though,
there.
doesn't it?
That's a private room. No going up there.
Yeah, I mean, these kind of like dynamic themes. I wonder if was there anything like even remotely like this on the PS4, where it's like has a background like showing video.
Well, there was, you know, there were some Final Fantasy, like, remember there was that Final Fantasy 7 Tifa one that I think you got just for buying the game, or you got it. There was a Tifa one somehow, or it might have just been free. And like it's just like a still that, you know, that classic still shot of Tifa like sitting on the water tower.
Right. But is it video?
Well, it's a still shot, but like there is like some like post animation that makes it look like her hair is like moving or something. Like it is moving in some fashion. I don't know if it's video or if like the PS3 is doing that that motion, or the PS4 itself. I mean.
Ricky found us like, well, I guess I'm getting that hot corn background for my PS3 now. I'm not above doing dumb things for my friends to find out later. Well, corn love. Like, it could literally just be, like, maybe one week we'll just do a stream where it's just us
Who are you?
talking,
Sure,
and it will be,
sonny, I
like,
can get out stew.
this.
That's easy. I can also
menu, like,
extract grog,
the whole
spit, and
time.
Swamp mud. That's because I'm Mad Marty. I'm mad about getting your clothes as clean as they can be.
Well, I'd love to replay it sometime. So I've got the physical version of this on. There was a European. I don't know if like the price is going up, but I bought it a couple of years ago. Imported it from Europe on the Xbox 360 for like, I don't know, like $20 some, I think. And it actually installs like, at least on the current gen Xboxes, it actually installs like the two games separately on Special Edition 1 and 2. And I think there may be a PS3 Special Edition, but I mean, you know, it's, you know, you can play them up to current gen on Xbox, so that's definitely a perk to that. But I mean, these are such great versions. I'd love to replay them. I really want to play 3 and 4 eventually, but I don't have any version of 4 or of 3. I have the PS2 version of 4. It was one of the like 2 games in my collection that I found did not have a screwed up aspect ratio when forcing 480p. Let's pick one more thing to play real quick. What about Noby Boy? Let's play Noby Boy.
Okay.
Why not? I have no recollection of how this game plays. Didn't they like change the math that was leading up to how long it took to reach like the moon or Mars or the planets or something, because it was like happening so slowly that it would like never happen? You remember that?
Yes, I do remember, but I don't remember what they had to change. Everyone's like, it's like, I love that it's just there. That brush of butter, there's like so much care in it. It's like there's a certain amount of intent with it, where it's just like very, very, you know, you it's the only way to get it to be perfect. Like the person doing it is like on a mission to make the perfect piece of like roasted corn on the cob.
Do you think that that is the one and only time that that brush has ever been used? That one stroke that's captured on camera?
Because it's not being just done once. Like this is literally happening in real time. There's somebody just brushing it over and over and over again. It's not looped video. It's like really happening. But one of the things like I talk about is like, I guess you can kind of see it. Like I'm in the applications. There's like the linger and shadows, like the real-time demo, but there's also that kill zone behind the bullet. And I highly recommend people get the Metal Gear Solid 4 database.
Is it free?
Yeah.
Man, it takes so long for this game to load. I wonder if it's because my save was probably on my first PS3.
There's $4.99 from Dingus Galert. Thank you. Saying, why does Irish chili only have 239 beans in it? If it had one more, it would be too farty. But look at my monitor really quick. Can you see the Pixel Junk 4 AM? Like
yeah,
that's what my vision
a
is.
little bit. Yeah, it's small, but I can see it.
But you can see that it's not visualizing. But is it the same thing if I go into I don't know what it looks like. Maybe I should check to see if there's a patch for it.
I remember.
Oh,
like,
there is. There's a 1.01 update for it.
I remember like so little about like what the point of this game is.
You just like stretch them.
I know, but like,
It's weird.
yeah. It's,
Oh,
it's
wow.
definitely
That's
no
patch.
Katamari.
No, but I mean, it was not meant to be.
No.
I mean, it's like,
It's really not my kind of game, but
no, it's barely a game, really.
but like this was the kind of thing that like in that era when digital downloads were like so new and novel, like, you know, I was playing some of this weirdly experimental stuff just because
Wasn't it free? Was this free?
I don't think it was.
It was real cheap, though, I think.
Yeah, probably. Why is this? Can you go away, B?
It was definitely something else.
Well, that's enough Noby boy for one day. Is there anything else I should hop in real quick? Let's see.
Let's see what you got real quick. One more.
One more. Let's see. You know, this Rochard game I remember being really fun.
Did you buy it, or do you have the demo for it?
No, I bought it. I feel like this is the game that no one really ever talked about at all, but I remember it being really fun. I'm going to boot it up because I don't remember how it played. I just remember I liked it. I think
Rochard.
I mean, you had like some gun with some unique functionality, but I forget what the gimmick was. You know what I haven't ever played, and I've only got it from the physical disc, which I only bought like a year and a half ago, is Flow.
Yeah. Cool. Did you get the PS4 compilation of those, or the PS3?
PS4 or 3.
Okay.
I don't know if I knew there was a. Oh look, Unity. This is This is
The
this is
PS4 version.
early to see. Like you were so used to. I mean, I don't know really when Unity started, but I don't think I was aware of Unity really when in the PS3 days.
Daniel Baruso Perez with $2 saying, "Should we try to get Corn Love going on Twitter? We don't want to dilute the 3D dot heroes,
Yeah.
but I think that in the future,
I mean, I'm sure that there's already people out there that are. Ooh, it looks like I've got my save on here still. Yeah, it's clear that these download games are not really able to take advantage of the SSD. They are. I don't remember loading in this generation being this slow, but you know, Final Fantasy 12 doesn't look good on PS2 at all. I mean, if you play it on a CRT, it looks good.
yeah, and it has like a widescreen mode too.
It does. It has an optional softening filter, which, I mean, depending on how you're displaying the game, I guess it could be good or it could be bad.
I'm wondering if this update is going to change it to just have the visualizer icon. If I hadn't run it,
I guess I'm like on the final boss or something. Let's see if there's like is there a chapter select? I mean, I don't know. I think this looks pretty good for a Unity game on PS3 on 2 gens ago. Start from chapter.
why is there a Sony Santa Monica or Santa Monica Studios logo at the beginning of this visualizer?
Maybe they assisted in some way. But it's definitely it's definitely a Q Games thing.
Okay, so there's live viewer, upgrade, visualizer, and options. What does upgrade do? Oh. Let's see. I just want to see if there's. No, it's still showing the 4 a.m. Weird.
And these are some load times.
Visualizer, this feature is available in the full game. So maybe this is not the same thing. So if I just do a search for visualizer, should that work?
Okay, where are the controls? G-beam. So I guess it's a gravity gun. I honestly couldn't even remember what.
I love Definitive Edition. There it is. As I go into the story, it pops up for just a second.
Maximilian, man, am I glad to...
Oh, okay. So. What? Okay, what actually like makes it? Oh. Oh, there we go. See, it's a little 2D gravity
There it is.
gun.
Visualizer is a separate thing. Okay, it's $5.
How much is 4 a.m.?
Well, it doesn't cost anything, but it's just that you can only watch performances on there. That's why it says, "Oh, this is only available in the full version." So you you straight up bought it.
Yeah, I mean, I did buy it. I didn't really know what it was at the time, though. Like I didn't even know it was a Q Games thing. I think.
You know, I'll add it to my cart. 'Cause you know what? It seems like it's worth it compared to like.
Corn Love.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I mean, it's only $2 more than Corn Love was. I shouldn't be embarrassed about that. Buying the visualizer. You know, I mean, what do I think I'll get more enjoyment out of? I don't know. It could very possibly. I mean.
So yeah, just randomly trying to play this game is clearly a recipe for not much happening. But oh, there we go. Okay, so you can like go into a low gravity mode and then you can do a high jump. Well, I don't know. I think it's a pretty neat game.
I somehow have 138 PlayStation Network games.
Oops.
And that doesn't even count, like, PS1 classics. It does count, like, minis, though. I think a lot of stuff, they would have those flash sales and everything was like a couple of dollars. They still do that, but I don't really pay attention to it now. I mean, remember when the PlayStation new stuff would come out on the PlayStation Network at like on every Thursday it would come out.
Yeah, it was like this big like planned thing, and there was like a post on the PlayStation blog. But it was like, you know, the update was like late, like half the time.
All the time. Yeah.
And like people,
and everyone would blame it on the community manager Grace Chat.
Yeah. It was like probably not in any way, shape, or form her fault.
Yeah, oh yeah. As Reluctant Hero says, remember Grace Chen? Yeah, and it was like kind of a joke that she was the one that was making it be like late.
I don't know if it was a joke to some people.
Yeah. GCT Grace Chen time. Eric Schuessler with $2.99 saying, "I could have bought Corn Love with this money."
Maybe you made the wrong decision.
Corn Love.
I think this is a neat little game that people don't talk about.
I'm no longer going to be on camera during the stream. It's just going to be this. You know, I can turn up the brightness so it's easier to see. You know, when I first bought Corn Love in the store, it like tried to download it and it froze my PS3. I had to like reboot it.
I mean 70% of the time when you try to use the store on an actual PS3 system, which is how you have to do it now, it's going to crash. Like that's how bad it is. It is a bad situation. Where do you find themes? Let's see, theme settings. Let's see if I have any themes. I think some may have come with some games. I don't know if I probably never bought a theme. Yeah, I think all this is like stuff that came with games. Oh, look at these! Like, oh, didn't these Final Fantasy 13 themes? Didn't you get them like as you played the game?
Yeah,
like they're like unlocked over the course of the game or something.
Yeah.
What is theme? Some just called theme. Persona 4 Arena. These were a lot of these were probably either they came with the game or they were like pre-order bonuses or something.
Yeah.
I don't really remember using any of them. I've always just like I like having the green. Isn't the default that like doesn't it change color every month or something?
Something like that, but I always just make it green.
Yeah, I like the green. You remember when you had to have a disc for Netflix on PS3? Did you have that?
No, I never did that.
Yep, I had that.
Who is MLiG in the chat? I wonder. It's like an MLiG asking if we like Richard Crenna, and Richard Crenna was the Colonel in the Rambo movies.
Ah,
That's the only thing I remember him from, though.
Welp. Is that about going to do it for this mostly PS3 themed stream?
I think so.
And then yeah, someday this week, I guess just pay attention to Digital Foundry. We'll do a PS3 themed stream with John and Audie over there as well at some point.
Playing some Layer and maybe some Haze.
Yeah.
Among other things.
Who knows?
Interesting.
Who knows? All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thanks everybody who donated, and we always like to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody who donated and hung out with us for the long run tonight.
Yeah.
And we will see everybody in a couple days.
Yep.